And then I gotta mute the YouTube side. Let's see, it says we have 2 waiting. There we go. We're live.
Sweet.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hopefully my audio sounds okay. I had to take my fancy microphone to work. So.
Oh, it sounds perfect.
Good.
Perfectly fine. Yeah, when COVID kind of hit there, not kind of hit, it did hit. At my work office, my boss comes out and he goes, what do you all need to work from home? Just we're going to be working from home from now on till I say so. Whatever you need to take home to help you, do it. I was like, okay, and all the other people in the office, there's only 5 of us. And, they're getting they have wireless keyboards and they're getting all that. I'm like, okay. Grab my monitor and he comes out of his office and he just looks at me. I'm like, what? I need a second screen.
This is what I need.
And he goes, don't you have a second screen? I'm like, I need a third screen.
I need a second screen.
And he just sits there and he just goes, okay, just do it. Just whatever. I'm only here for the crotch shot. Where's Holler? Out riding, I think. At least that's the last little tidbit I saw. So he did a little Instagram, and I got to see his crotch there for a couple seconds. It was deeply missed. First crotch of the year. But
sometimes we have small dreams.
Yeah. Peaches is the one that told me to lower my front-facing camera so it could expose my crotch some more. And I'm not saying that's what got me over the 1,000 mark.
Hey, you got to give the people what they want,
But I did it, and look where I'm at.
Yeah, I show my crotch, and look at my success.
Yep. That's nuts. It is Mo Mortician. How are you doing, buddy? So I'm trying a brand new beer. Not a good sign when it fizzes up first bit. So it is a pineapple coconut sour. And it's 5.5% ABV. What are you drinking?
Well, I'm going to grab some Jameson here in a minute, but I forgot to grab it before I sat down. So right now, Diet Dr. Pepper. 0% ABV.
0%. For now.
For now. The Jameson's going to kick it up pretty good, though.
Suck that head cap to see.
I actually was just kind of waiting for my wife to walk back in here so I could get her to make it for me.
It actually tastes like a pina colada.
Is that a good or a bad thing? Oh, success. Hey, will you give me a glass of ice and some water so I can put some Jameson in it? Yeah. Thank you.
It's not bad.
Look. It's not just a hat rack.
I actually have a beer in my fridge that is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon, is it any good? I a lot of times don't really go for the kind of
the dessert kind of tasty beer.
What would you call it? Yeah, and like one that is so gimmicky.
Yeah, I normally don't. I like these Berliner Weiss, the sour beers. These are my go-to.
Yeah, my wife likes the sour beers. I like a Mexican beer, or thank you, perfect, or
the Jameson.
The Jameson.
So Moto Mortician got to go out and ride today. He said it was over 50 in Ohio.
Nice.
I got 3 inches of snow today.
You know, I always think, all the moto vloggers from Ohio, all they do is they get on their moto vlog and they talk about how cold it is, how they can't ride because of how cold it is, and yet they're always riding and talking about how they can't ride because it's so cold.
They get like an hour in between storms.
Yeah. So you got to time it out.
Like, we got time.
See, I don't live in a place with weather, so I don't know what it's like. I can't really judge that.
Yeah. We have fake spring coming, then we'll have winter again, second coming of winter. Then we'll have mud season, spring, fake summer, spring, summer again. It's never ending.
Well, here we'll have so in the southern end of California, Central Valley, it'll rain 3 times. That's winter.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 50, 60 degrees. That's late winter. And then before you know it, it'll be 104, and that is 3.5 months of summer.
Yeah. And see, like Shade Tree said right now, like this is his riding season. Granted, he rides all year long, but he said this is the best time of year to ride for them in Florida because it's 60s, 70s. And I'm just like sitting there going, that's like my summer.
Yeah. February, March, April, May is the best here. And then it gets really hot. I still ride when it's hot. I don't care. It's miserable, but I do it. And then you get on to like September, October, November, December is good to go. January, February, or you never know just because of rain. But went out last weekend and it rained, but it was nice. The temperature was nice, so the rain really wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Salvadorian boy. I swear I'm not drunk yet. I've literally had 2 sips. I just can't. Words are hard. Words are hard. How are you doing, buddy? That's all I want to say. How are you doing?
That was 73 combined words to say, how you doing?
How you doing? Exactly. Still snow on the ground here. It's a false spring. I got 50s coming next week. And I know
70,
drop right out.
73 in Houston. Wasn't Houston under like 3 feet of snow and the power out and all that just like last week? That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, JJ Watt told the weather to stop, and they listened.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe everything that JJ Watt has done for like the city of Houston, and then he's like, I'm out.
Taking my talents to South Beach.
Going somewhere. All right, I'm out. Have a good stream and stay crazy. Peaches, you come so fast, and then
just wham bam. Thank you, Captain.
See you later, Peaches. Thank you for coming by. It's a condition.
So today I put about 280 miles or so on today. Mm-hmm. We went to this place that's supposed to be a ghost town. One of my friends has gotten really into ghost towns, so we've been doing that a lot. Went to this place supposed to be a ghost town. It seemed pretty busy to me for a ghost town. There's a bunch of people running around on, the UTVs and stuff because it's out on the high desert. Yeah. So we ended up not really hanging out long, headed back, but got it almost 280. It was good.
Did you record anything or no?
I did. So I recorded on the way up the canyon, and then some of the riding on the way over to the high desert from here is beautiful. You follow the Kern River up through the canyon, and then you hit the top where Lake Isabella, and then head across through some more twisties. And then once you get on the high desert, it's pretty much just straight road and tumbleweeds. But so I recorded up to there. I planned, I saved the battery because I was going to record in this, ghost town. Because I thought it'd be cool to walk around and kind of check it out and all this. Yeah. And then I don't know why they call it a ghost town. The people looked, well, I expected a ghost town, so the people looked shockingly alive to me.
That's how they want you to think. Unless they're zombies. It's a zombie town.
They did have a kind of far off look in their eyes. So.
Yeah. What's up, Jimmy C? How you doing, buddy? Jimmy C is actually really close to where I am. Like really, like he's only a couple hours away.
I thought you were gonna say he's like downstairs or something.
Nope. Let's see. So JJ left and took all the watts with him. It was miserable. We don't have the infrastructure for snow, and we all freaked out. Dude, I snapped at one person online because they said they thought it was funny. Texas getting hit with all this and everyone crying about it. And I'm like, how do you find that funny? I'm like, they're not built for that. I'm like, people up north here, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, Maine, we're built for that. We bury our pipes deep enough below the frost line to not have to deal with that.
Also, you had people dying in their homes. I don't see how
people are dying and suffering. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It's like
we in 1999 is the last time that it snowed here where I live. Snowed and it actually stuck on the ground about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. Shut the county down. The our entire county roadworks department has one snowplow, and mind you, Kern County, the county that I'm in, Kern County physically is the size of the three smallest states combined. And so that entire county has one snowplow for one grade as you're leaving the county on the far west side. And so, yeah, completely shut the county down. So I can't even imagine what was going on down there in Houston.
I mean, at that point, you just sit there and you go, you gotta wait for it to just blow over or heat up again. It's gonna melt eventually, you know. And like for us here, it's okay. We got snow. I mean, the first snowstorm that hit us, we got 39 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, it was over my snowblower.
See, but you have a snowblower.
I have it.
You know,
it's to the point where I'm like, I'm not shoveling. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
9 Mills on Two Wheels said it was 18 degrees in his house last week. Yeah, he lost power, he lost heat, everything. And for what that man has been through over the last year, man, he is like bulletproof at this point. I swear. I mean, he's still riding around with one lung.
18 degrees. That's insane. Inside the house.
Yeah. He was telling us the whole story of, you know, I mean, he had lung cancer.
Yeah.
In Shade Tree's Discord is telling us. And basically they have a procedure. They're going to take his lung out, you know, call it good. Well, they got in there, they found more cancer, so they weren't able to do it. So what they did was radiation, all that. They went back in there and shut off all the blood vessels, all the blood supply to that lung, killed it, but
just
left
let it atrophy
and left it in him. So he still has two lungs, but only one works. And like they're talking to him, and they're like, you know, we can't believe you made it. You know, this was the first time this has ever been done. Oh, at this hospital? And they're like, no, ever.
Just ever. Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's amazing.
You think they would have told you this? Like, hey, we're gonna do something no one else has done on you. Good luck.
Harder to get the papers signed when you tell somebody that, though, I think.
It's better to ask for forgiveness and ask for permission.
Yeah. That's a pretty big ask there, though.
Yeah. What's up, Grom? What's up, buddy? I gave up shoveling anything past the front walkway 2 weeks ago. Dude, it's not ending. Oh, it's not ending. Yeah, power and water went out Sunday night. It did not come back till Thursday. I couldn't keep the babies warm enough. Yeah, see, it just that's the thing. And when I went down to Houston, it's actually more than a year ago now. Holy crap! I couldn't believe how flat the roads were. I mean, Up here, I say my roads are flat, but there you can just sit there and just see flat. Mine have a
Yeah.
little pitch to it, so the water runs off. So when
Yeah.
they had all that flooding, I'm like, I get it now. 100%
Yeah.
get it.
It just pools everywhere right on the road. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, they have drains, but they need to put a little pitch right in the middle of the road, maybe an inch. That's all it needs, and they'll just boop right down.
So I have never in my life shoveled snow.
You
I
gotta
have no
you, you
idea
gotta
what
come to New Hampshire at some point.
I have no idea what that is like.
It is depend. It really depends on the snow, and it's weird to say that because you have fluffy snow, you have packed snow, wet snow, slush, uh, icy snow, crust. Uh, I mean, snow. I mean, it's weird. You can actually see a complete difference on all of them. But if you get to the wet, slush, or crust, your back's broken.
Oh yeah.
After 10 minutes, your back is just done.
My pretty much the limit of my experience in snow, other than like going to it to play, I mean, like we go up to there, we have mountains on three sides, so we can go to the snow and play. But
Yeah.
as far as real experience with snow is at my grandparents' house in Oklahoma. One time when I was 16, I spun my mom's van around going down a road just in the middle of town, right in front of a state trooper. But I managed to get it stopped right at the limit line, facing the right direction. And that the look on that trooper's face was priceless because he was looking at me. I'm 16 years old from California. I've got California plates on my car, and I just spun that car down the road in the middle of Oklahoma, got it stopped, and he looked over at me just like, "You're going to die today." And then he drove on, and, and then he just carried on.
We've had 3 storms since, and it just cleans itself in a day or 3. Dang, we haven't lost power for more than a few minutes. I don't think I've lost power. No, I lost power once this winter. That's it. And it was during that 39 inches of just hell. Thank you. We're glad to. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are okay now, Salvador.
Yeah.
That's rough. I mean, I go without power for 2 hours, and I'm sitting here like, well, everything in my freezer's screwed.
We have rolling, what they call rolling brownouts sometimes in the summer. If it's like 108, 110 for multiple days in a row, then you might lose power for an hour or so. But some years you won't ever lose it. Some years it might be 2 or 3 times. This last summer it was 112, and we lost power, but not because of the rolling power outages, because somebody hit a transformer down the street. And
Was it
so,
Optimus?
yeah, so we were without power for, I don't know, all night from like 5 in the evening until the next day. And that felt awful. Of course, I was laying in my living room sweating because it was also, the low that night was like 86 or something.
Oh, man, I really hate summertime. Like when it comes, like, well, regardless, I'm sleeping with a fan. I mean, actually, my wife is in bed right now, and the fan's on. I always had to sleep with a fan on.
Yeah.
But even nights where like it's 70 degrees, 75 degrees during the summer, I still have to have a cover on me, but I'm still like sweating. It sucks.
Try sleeping.
I'm the same way.
What, Grom?
So try sleeping in Kansas when it's 95 degrees at night with 100% humidity. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna take your word for it and pass.
That was my grandma's house. We used to sleep out on the porch, and she was in Oklahoma, and the cousins, we'd sleep out on the porch because it was so hot.
I was working night shift in Kansas, so I literally had to set up my bed in front of our air conditioner unit because that summer it was 115 degrees every single day with 100% humidity. And sleeping during the daytime when it's that hot is not fun.
No.
The humidity is the worst because
It is.
when I go back to visit my family in Oklahoma, that humidity kills me. I mean, it's hot here. I've had whatever heat exhaustion and all that out here where it's when it's 112, 114,
Where's
but
out here?
it's like hundreds. Oh, sorry, out in California.
Oh,
I'm in the Central Valley of California, so it'll be 112, but it's as much as 112 could ever be bearable. It's a bearable 112.
I'll take
Whereas
my Idaho summer.
Yeah, how is it there?
It's about 16% humidity year round, and then the
Okay.
summer. In the 5 years I've lived here, I have never seen it hit triple digits.
Oh, nice.
And then when you go out riding in the mountains and stuff at night, it'll drop down in the 40s.
That is awesome. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
summer you never get the lows are not low here.
Yeah, Idaho summers are real nice.
Well, guys, nice checking in with you. You all gotta get the babies to bath time. Cheers, guys. Hey, Salvador. Cheers, buddy. Thank you for being here, hanging out with us. Appreciates you. Yeah, I mean, I was just telling Josh here. I was like, what was it? I have 45 or 47 degrees coming, and then it's like 7 degrees.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked.
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
wild.
Yeah, that's why everyone in New England says you don't like the weather. Give it 15 minutes.
Let's see, what do I got coming?
It's gonna change. I finally figured out how to make my screen dark so I don't have like the. I mean, I can still see a little bit of flare on the glasses, but it wasn't like it was. So, and I just looked.
I have almost 50 coming next week. Wow.
Wow, get your Grom ready.
Fuck that. I got dirt bike parts to buy.
I hate temperature swings too. The only problem with having this screen like it is now is I have to look over to my computer for the chat. Well, that's fine. First world problems. How dare it be on that screen?
If we have temperature swings, it usually comes with pretty harsh wind. So
Yeah.
that's the worst part here. The temperature swings is the wind.
Oh, actually. Oh my god, I can actually fix this.
I know in the summer, we have really bad temperature swings. Like there are times when it'll be 85, 90 during the day, and it'll drop down to low 40s at night. So it's going like 40 degrees in either way. It's nuts.
At least you get some reprieve,
Yeah, it's like I ride my bike to work wearing a sweatshirt, and I'm freezing. And then on the way home, sweatshirt's in the backpack, and I'm sweating balls.
See, I'm like the captain there. I've got to. I have the fan going every day of the year to sleep.
We do too.
I cannot sleep without some air moving around.
Got like 9 fans in my bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they pay to get in there?
Ow. I swear I got a great idea on how to fix this.
What are you doing?
Okay, so I don't like that I have to look to my right for chat.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I figured out a way to not look right. The only problem is, okay, I fixed it. So I go like this, come around, plug this HDMI into this computer, turn that computer on, and I can have my chat on my left side.
I mean, it is putting chat on your phone too peasant for you?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's not remotely complicated enough.
Now I got something else that's going to be kind of complicated. So I have both my computers running. Okay, that mouse is for this computer. That mouse is for that computer. Like, I'm sciencing this.
Why don't you just get another monitor?
I have 4. Technically.
Why don't you put like one above the other? Get some different mounts.
Oh, I'd love to. My ceiling is slanted. You can kind of see it's the same exact as this.
Even
behind.
better,
Oh,
because
so
they're
I can.
going to be facing you.
All right. Well, unfortunately, my idea did not work.
Well, fortunately for me, I have lasagna for dinner.
I'm still trying to understand the 9 fans in your bedroom. I don't have seating enough for that. I could get 3 or 4 people in there, maybe.
Oh, not those kind of fans.
Oh.
Well, that didn't work. Let me exit full screen here. All right. What do we got? Britty says A.
B, C, D.
A. Would it confuse him if we told him his left is our right? Damn it, he's right.
Mirrored cameras.
But now that kind of sucks that this didn't work like I thought it was going to. But hey, you know what? That's okay because that means that's one less computer taking up some bandwidth, and I'm okay with that.
You know you can pop YouTube chat out, right?
You know, can I
Yes. I'm literally doing it right now.
pop out chat? Okay, so if I go that, drag out, sweet
I just learned that as well, so
buttered toast, this worked.
that's life-changing information.
But now if I get another person in here, it's not going to work. Restore chat.
What do you mean it's not going to work? I have plenty of room on my screen.
What size is your monitor?
27-inch.
Shut up. How you doing, Matt, man? This is fine. I'm okay with the lens, like, glare, whatever.
It'll buff out.
I don't do these enough.
I don't usually catch these. I'm usually, I'm eating dinner now, but I'm usually at work.
True.
I literally just go home like 20 minutes ago.
Like, the last time I actually had just a regular chat like this was when I had the Facebook interview there or whatever with my buddy from high school that I went to high school with, who's now a comedian. And then before that, it was Bride the Biker, who did the interview with me.
I thought you did one of these before on YouTube. Not Facebook.
Hangouts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done. This is the 9th. This is the 9th edition of Let's Get MotoNerdy. Because you were part of the one of.
It was like a year and a half ago.
I'm talking longer. The one with Warbeard and.
Oh yeah.
We honestly should have been banned from YouTube like permanently. I think we called it Let's Get MotoNerdy, the short bus to hell or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was bad. Doing good, just hanging around. Nice, Matt, man. Oh, I'm glad to see you here hanging out. History Road here. I keep pointing this way because he's this way on my screen, but he's actually Matt Man's got me all messed up.
So now we know the answer to would it confuse him?
I am fully confused. But he has the same bike I do. If you guys did not know that.
Yeah, mine's just a 14. Same thing though.
I'm guessing you still have the awful wind buff that comes underneath the fairing and up at you.
No, I bought the little lower.
The fairing.
Full on call them lower fairings from Witch Doctors. Painted them myself, and my head buffeting is pretty much gone.
Do they
I also have the flip windshield.
All right, you're gonna have to send me some links here after this because I need some stuff.
I'm telling you, those lower fairings are great. They really took care of the buffeting.
Dude,
because it was bad. If I was
is it-
doing 70, I couldn't read road signs.
dude, it's so bad because I mean, you think, okay, it's gonna come up and hit you over here. I don't expect it to come underneath the fairing that quickly and then up. Like it's just because how the victory fairing is, it's at like a little V point, so it hits quick but goes under. Like
Yeah, when I changed the windshield, it made almost no difference. And then I changed those lower fairings. I put those lower fairings on, and pretty much took care of it.
you know,
So now I get a little bit of buffeting if I'm going like way faster than I should be.
like how fast?
You know, high. That's about as high as 2 digits can go.
What's up, Alan? ACW Moto in the house. Welcome, dude. Oh, here's 9 mil. Look at there. There's 9 mils on 2 wheels.
There you go.
I hope your ears are ringing because we were actually talking about you.
Says name 3 times.
Hopefully you warmed up. Dude, words are getting hard. Drinking's not helping. I need another beer to find out if it makes it better.
You got to get another one to even it out.
I do. Well, actually, this one I got probably a quarter left, and then I'll break out the Cinnamon Toast Crunch beer, and that one's 11% ABV.
Oh Lord.
So it's pretty much double than this.
Yeah.
Someone's getting white girl wasted.
And then I'll get my ass on Minecraft after this and just destroy everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's the weekend
It is the weekend.
for normal people.
Oh, I was laughing because my buddy was talking about the Super Bowl, and I said, "Yeah, everyone said how great it was." I'm like, "Am I the only one that sat there and went, you know, we got the Wish.com version of Prince on this?" I mean, it reminded me of Prince's Super Bowl halftime. It very much reminded me of it, but I'm like sitting there going, this is getting awkward with them wearing underwear on their head. Like, I don't get it.
Here's the thing. I'll bet if you're a big fan, it was awesome. But for most of us who only know 2 songs,
Yeah. And that's
there
probably
was a whole lot in the middle that I was like, I don't have any idea.
I didn't watch any of the Super Bowl. I had no interest.
none. I had a nice gentleman's bet with another Twitch streamer. If I said if Tampa Bay wins, he's got a sub to my Twitch channel, and if Kansas wins, I have to sub to his. Vice versa. It's like a $5 bet. Nice gentleman's bet. And he's sitting there going, "Oh man, you lost out on this." I'm like, if it's one thing I've learned growing up in New England, you never bet against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You don't. You just don't. It's just he's such a different animal come playoff time. I mean, he'll do what it takes in the regular season to make playoffs. Once playoffs hit, he could have honestly been playing for the Jets and won that game. I'm just saying he could have won that game with the Jets.
I don't know about the Jets.
I've been drinking too much.
That's pushing it. I mean, you got to at least have a team with some football players on it.
Okay, so what was another team that did mediocre but didn't make the play?
The Cowboys. Raiders. There you go. My team.
Raiders or Cowboys? He can get it. And Grom, I don't want to hear it. I know what you're going to say about those Cowboys.
Nothing really. I mean, I don't pay attention to football.
So
I just want to go on the record as they are not America's team.
No. Maybe in the 90s.
Yeah.
But Cowboys are my favorite team.
Oh yeah.
And
now, if I could ask a question about that though, can you pinpoint what went wrong in your childhood to cause that?
My dad is a Yankees fan and a Giants fan. I love the Cowboys and the Red Sox.
There you go. You know how I became a Raider fan? My dad and brother were big Rams fans, and they used to watch that in the living room. And I hated the way that stadium looked on TV. It was just too bright.
Yep.
That was about the old A. And so my parents had this old black and white TV sitting in a closet. And so I pulled it out. Hey, it worked. And, who looks better on a black and white TV than the Raiders? I mean, they were made for black and white. So there you go. Not only did I just say how old I am, but also why I like the Raiders. I used to watch a black and white TV. Gather round, children.
I was streaming a couple weeks ago on Twitch, and a guy asked me, how long have I been playing video games for? I was like, let's put it this way. I had a little RF adapter that you had to switch up to channel 3 and then turn the dial to channel 3.
Oh my God.
And maybe it would work.
Maybe.
I had that too.
And then you have to blow in the end of the cartridge.
Not even.
I
mean, I'm sitting there playing pole position 2 and
And then you also had that other thing that you could had buttons to switch between your NES, SNES.
Yeah. I did see, and I'm going to be curious to see how well they do it. Apparently, they're remaking Road Rash, where you can actually punch people off the motorcycle, kick them off. I'm like,
I don't want to get my hopes up.
I'm like, I'm curious. I'm like, I don't think you can put a new age spin on a game like that when it was so perfect and was it 32-bit? Whatever Sega Genesis was.
Yeah, something like that.
You can't beat that. So some games just have that luster. I don't know. I'm a nerd.
Just like if they ever tried remastering Turtles in Time or something like that.
We're gonna actually, did you see the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat?
I have not.
No.
Finally, a rated R. Or ACW was right. It was Atari for Road Rash, I believe, not Sega Genesis. I think it did come out on Sega Genesis, but I remember playing it back in the old one. The new Mortal Kombat trailer, full blown rated R. It is what it should have been back in the day.
Good.
But it looks incredible.
Mortal Kombat not being rated R is like them trying to make Deadpool PG-13.
Yeah.
Deadpool rated PG. Wait, what? But
I was reading Jimmy C's there. That's funny. That sounds like my dad.
But did you see the Deadpool 2 Christmas edition one where he was reading the story to Ben Savage?
No, I have not seen that either.
He had him duct taped to the bed. He was basically doing The Princess Bride as he was a grown man reading him the book. You have to watch it. It's yes, it is it's a step down because it is PG-13 or whatever version of Deadpool 2, but just adding that premise to it of kidnapping Ben Savage and reading the book is just they pushed it as far as they could. Kidnap, PG-13.
Yeah.
But, let's see, played it on a black and white TV because my dad didn't want to get that faded mark in the living room TV. My brother took a magnet to our old tube TV, stuck it around the side, so it had this constant shadow halfway across the screen. Oh man, it pissed my grandfather off so much. We did eventually.
No doubt. And that was probably a really expensive TV.
Back in the
yeah.
And especially growing up on a farm, because that's what I did. I grew up on a farm, and just the money wasn't there. So the fact that we had the TV, and we'd be sitting there at night. We were watching. I Dream of Jeannie. What was that show? The Huge Family. Oh God, the guy had a
8 is enough.
Which one?
Was it 8 is enough?
No.
Remember that show?
You're talking about that old country family that goes to California or something?
No, not.
Wait. The Good Night John Boy and all that. Is that the one? where they all say goodnight to each other at the end of the show? What was that called?
Oh my God! Why can't I think?
Nothing I watched. I was watching MASH.
The Waltons.
Yes. The Waltons. Yes, that's right. Good
That was
night,
it.
John Boy. And they would all say goodnight to each other. Yeah.
Yep, Matt Man's got it right there. Let's go. Look at this. Matt Man's got it.
See, MASH. I was all about MASH. That was my show.
Yep,
yeah.
the Waltons. Oh man, that was like, and then my grandparents were huge, or not really my grandparents. My mother worked in a nursing home, and she'd do overnights there and everything, and I'd be there with her. And I remember watching Lawrence Welk, the old singing, dancing show or whatever. Man, that's bringing back memories.
All right. So when we were little, my brother's exactly a year older than me. We were born on the same day, a year apart. And actually, November 14th, exactly 9 months after Valentine's Day. So I never called my parents on Valentine's Day. Anyway, so my dad, when we were little, he didn't want us to have a TV because he thought it would make us stupid, right? He was like, TV just rots your brain. He didn't want us to have TV. So when we were really little, we didn't have a TV. And then it was like once we were really good at talking, he got a TV.
Gotcha.
So I think he was like, I don't want my kids to have a TV. And then we started talking to him too much. And he's like, we need something to distract them.
They're starting to carry on conversations here. We
Exactly.
kind of don't need.
It's a little more than I bargained for.
Yeah, TV wasn't huge. Like, it was weird. I just remember working on the farm. I mean, I tell my wife all the time, like, I was driving at like 4 years old, and she goes, "How are you driving at 4 years old?" I'm like, hayfield. They would have me sit on the seat, pull it down into 1 or 2, and they're throwing hay bales in the back of the truck in the trailer. They tell me to stop. I jump down and I hit the brake. And of course, this is in one of those farm trucks. I mean, F-250 equivalent. And I mean, I love telling her, the first time I was ever pulled over by the police, I was 13 years old.
My dad was a truck driver, and the first time I ever drove the truck very far was when I was about 8.
Mm-hmm. I told the cop too. I said, he goes, "Wait." He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Going down to the farm store here." I mean, I can see it from my house. I mean, it's that close, but you have to go on the main road. And he goes, "How old are you?" I was like, 13. He goes, "You can't be driving." I'm like, "Yeah, I can." He goes, "You can't drive." I'm like, "Yeah, I can." I'm like, "In the state of Vermont, if you're using it for agricultural purposes, you can be 13 years old." He had to look it up.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Shit." He goes, You're right." And I had that triangle, like the slow moving vehicle triangle that they put on tractors and crap, right on the truck. So I'm like, I'm using it for farm purposes in agriculture.
Yeah, it's the same thing in Kansas. They had
Yep.
kids driving tractors and stuff down the roads.
Yep.
No one questions it.
Nope. What's up, Rev Nerd? What's up, buddy? He's in here saying, "What's good?" He came into the Discord and I posted the thumbnail to this, and he goes, "Oh, you're doing a hangout?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "What time's it start?" I'm sitting there going, I went ... It's the same one I posted on Instagram, so it says, "Let's Get MotoNerdy live Saturday 9 p.m. Eastern time," right on it. I'm like, really? Oh, I actually killed him the other night in Minecraft because he blocked me in to my own house. I broke out and I just started stabbing him with a sword. Memories. Fighting the rabbit ears to get 3 channels. And 2 of those were news. And maybe PBS.
I remember being the remote control. My dad would sit on the couch and do this, and I would turn it that way. And he would do this, and I would turn it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little
My life is a remote control.
thud, just changing it. Ugh. But it's just the way some of us grew up. Yeah. I mean, now you can just sit on the couch. You don't have to move and just go, Alexa, channel 14.
Yeah.
It just
like I have the Roku app on my phone for the TV in the bedroom, so I can even use my watch to do it.
I mean, you can be all the way across the town or city and be like, Alexa, turn on kitchen light. Start the coffee maker.
Yeah.
And it'll do it.
But those of you guys with kids need to make your kid come sit on the couch, hand them the remote, and go, channel up. Channel up. Build character.
Yep. That's the way to do it. That's what went wrong with this country.
When kids stop having to change the channel.
Kids are not turning the channel now. The snow wasn't the problem. The ice was. I wish I was. Oh, he went back and read it or watched it. Dude, I think you are bulletproof. At least I wouldn't want to run into you because I know that you have a lot of guns. I'd still try to give you a hug, though. Yep, the only person in the world to have his lung turned off is in our chat right now. Right here. And if you guys get a chance to, amazing channel. He is like one of the nicest dudes you can ever like talk to, or I'm so glad that his cancer he kicked its ass. So, Rev Nerd, did you get my message? I sent you a link. Did I send you a link? Okay, I read your thing. I posted it, and then I didn't hit enter. There you go. I'm just looking at. I'm like, I wrote it in and just didn't.
You had one job.
Look. If I'm having trouble with just regular words, hitting enter on a keyboard and knowing my left and right now is difficult.
Knowing you can pop out YouTube chat.
Alexa, pop out chat. Didn't work. I need to have a kid. Just be like,
yeah.
Billy.
That's what I say. When I was a kid, we had to pop the chat out on our own.
Did you try Siri?
Siri and I have a love-hate relationship right now. I don't know. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
A clown held the door for me today. That was a nice gesture.
But
you got the British one, huh?
Irish. I changed her to Irish.
Oh.
I like to think that she's sassy with me. I should really teach her that joke that I came up with the other day.
Oh, God.
My wife still hates me for it so much. We're just sitting on the couch one day, and I just went, oh my God, I just came up with a joke. I'm like, I've never heard it before, so I don't know if I'm the first. And she goes, oh God, is it a dad joke? I'm like, yes. And she goes, just tell me. I'm like, what's a life-saving technique they teach pirates? And she's like, what? I'm like, CPR. And she just sits there and goes, I really don't know why I married you some days. I'm like, for my sense of humor.
if it's only some days, you're doing good.
And dad ass. I closed something. What did I close? Okay, I almost closed this. I closed YouTube by accident. Thank you guys for the 7 thumbs up. I really appreciate that. So, your bike, is it stage 1?
My bike, the motor is just stopped.
Yeah.
I've got slip-on exhaust. and that's it. I haven't done anything to the motor yet. Honestly, I kind of thought I would, and then it has so much power naturally that it's pretty impressive. Like I pretty much school everybody except for my buddy who has the same thing and has cams and header back exhaust and all that.
Okay, so he's what, stage 2 at that point?
I don't know the stages.
Like that.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
But yeah, and he's got the timing wheel and the cams and the
Okay.
the tuner and all of that. And now the thing is, I've never come across anybody else on a bagger at least that's beat me. But he leaves me behind like I forgot to start the bike. It's bad.
So if he has the timing and the cams and all that, he's up to stage 3 on that then. So he's put in a good chunk of change into that.
It flies. I know that much.
Yeah.
He leaves me behind.
And look what we got here, Mr. Rev Nerd.
Yo, what's good?
Just hanging out, having a few drinks.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's been a couple days. I mean, we were playing Minecraft the other night.
That's true.
Oh, as I hit my mic with my beer. Yeah, I haven't done anything to the bike besides change out the grips, the windshield, and I added the passenger floorboards. So nothing mechanically. And
I haven't done anything mechanically either. I've got the 14-inch, mini apes. Got the honestly the best thing I've added to it is Victory Things. I don't know if you ever go to their website, but Victory Things, they have these. They're kind of like, I guess you could call them kind of sort of highway pegs, but they mount under the floorboard and then they come up and go out, so you can rest the heels of your boots on them.
Yeah,
and that's the best thing in the world. Because of those, and I have toe pegs. I've got like 4 or 5 different places I can put my feet, and I feel like the more places you can put your feet, the longer you can ride.
Yeah.
The luxury life.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, I was like, when we said like the highway pegs, I'm like sitting there going, man, my feet can't freaking reach the crash bar.
Well, see, that's the okay. So my feet, I've got the boards pushed all the way to the front, and my feet can rest on the crash bar. But I tried putting legit highway pegs on the crash bar, and I couldn't reach those. So that's why I just put toe pegs so I can put my toes up against the bars, and then I added those. You know what? If you go to what I post on Instagram today, you can see it on the side of the bike coming off of the floorboard, and it has a little V carved into it. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, I don't know how tall you are. I'm 5'10", but I'm sitting there going like this. I'm like waving my feet at the crash bar. I'm like, I just want to have a rest. I'm sitting there waving my feet and just like.
Well, then these might be the perfect option for you. I'm telling you, look up that picture because they are the best money I've spent on it, I think.
I'm gonna find a way to put it on a sport bike. That's what I need.
There you go.
A couple of those pegs. Just random pegs.
I need Corbin to make me a seat.
Oh yeah, it came out pretty nice though.
Yeah. Have I want to do stage 1 at least, get the tri-oval exhaust on the bike, because I mean honestly, my bike's as quiet as a Prius at this point.
Yeah.
It's just so quiet. I'm like, I can't rev at anyone because it just sounds ridiculous. And I'm definitely not hitting the horn because that thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you have, like an air horn?
Mm-hmm.
I should just get like an air horn, just strap it to the.
You have the space. One of the little condenser compressors.
I told Lakes the other day I kind of want to add a train horn to it.
I say do it.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be so loud because I could just mount them down right next to the the radiator and whatnot.
I was about to do it like a LED bar, just in case someone decides to high beam me.
I do want to add LEDs back onto the bike. That's one thing I do.
With a solo seat and flip up.
Just the old school KC lights on the front of it.
Yeah. The fucking bike probably blow up.
I've seen so many people add those little like fog lights almost on the crash.
Yeah.
And, at first I was like, those look so awful. Like I wouldn't want to do that. And now I'm just like, you know what? That could actually be good.
You ever watched any of the how-to videos on installing those?
Yeah.
Oh, some of them they just massacred the
drilling
wiring
into the highway bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
See, I've got the slip-ons. That's as loud as I'm gonna go because I leave for work pretty early when I ride it, and I need my neighbors to not hate me. Life is easier when your neighbors don't hate you.
Right. They can still look at you and go, that is a nice bike, and then
that's a nice guy,
and then not have you leave first thing in the morning, and then see you come home and be like, oh, the dick on the bike is back. We could hear him coming 3 miles down the road.
There's a guy down the street that Saturday mornings. I mean, he's working on his dirt bikes and stuff. Saturday morning, 6:30. Wow, full open down the road, up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm assuming he's tuning. So I figure, if anything, at least when I pull in, they go, well, it's not that guy.
You don't have to be the best guy and not the worst guy. That's it. Just above average, I say. Just above average.
Well, it's like the old thing about running from bears. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be faster than one other person.
No, you just got to trip them. That's what I heard. Trip the fastest.
No, if it's someone running their dirt bike up and down the road, just assume it's Grom here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Except he runs his up in the wilderness with the bears.
Technically, mine's not running right now.
I just pick it up.
They're fucking heavy.
Yeah, see, but look, if you were out there at 6:30 in the morning pushing your bike up and down the road, it wouldn't bother anybody.
You're just on stealth mode.
Actually, it would, because he'd be cussing it out the entire way.
It's fucking heavy.
Exactly, you're cussing it out and you're not even pushing it.
Just thinking about pushing it.
It's like my Sportster. I pushed that thing more than I rode it.
Just tie a rope on it to Granite's bike.
Dude, I still cannot believe when I went to trade that bike in, the guy that test rode it at the dealership crashed it. I can't believe. Yeah, he basically totaled it. He took it around some corner and high-sided it.
Womp womp.
Well, that's a way to get the maximum.
Dude, they gave me $500 more than what I paid for it at the same dealership.
Yeah.
I paid $3,000 for it. They gave me $3,500.
You're like, that was a Harley. You crashed it so hard it changed the bike.
I'm like, and they're just like, here's the paperwork. Just sign it. Just sign it. Please sign it. I'm like,
please sign it.
They probably took it out of that guy's paycheck too.
But at the time, I had no idea they crashed it. I heard the bike.
Why are they giving me all this money?
I heard the bike leave an hour later, and I still did not hear the bike come back because it had straight pipes. I'm gonna hear that thing coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
And just nothing. I'm like, okay.
I think they left it there.
Oh, they sold it for they went back on the website for $3,200.
Ah.
But the whole right side was scratched to hell. The turn signal was changed. The headlight was changed, and the rear lights were all changed. Same bike, same VIN. I like checked everything. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so that explains everything. Sweet buttered toast. I felt a presence in the force, and it was Mr. Anonymous Biker. What's up, buddy? How are you doing today? He's yet to call me sassy, so I figure he might be sick.
Or an early drink or something.
A drink? I'm actually out of beer. Thank you for reminding me. Let me grab a beer. Oh ho ho!
All right.
This is gonna be good.
This is the what was it? Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm sassy as everybody. And actually, let me check my Discord really quickly. Nope, he still has not gone back to me. The shirt that I'm wearing, the OG Snowflake here. I invited him to be on the panel tonight. I think he's drinking got the best of him. Because he said he was having a few drinks with his wife tonight, hanging out. So I'm guessing he's having a great time regardless. He is the one that's doing and not many people know this, and I still do not believe Flip knows this. I raised $300 off from my Twitch streaming to get a one-of-a-kind custom skateboard deck painted for Flip now.
Oh shit! What kind of deck?
Just a regular skate deck. I don't know. Basically, OG paints. He's a very talented artist.
Like airbrushing?
No, full blown painting, hand painting.
Oh shit!
If you guys go on to Instagram, it's OG Snowflake 72, I believe. I have to double check that because, like I said, words are hard, and I've been drinking. Okay, it is the OG Snowflake SNO, kind of just like how this is spelled right here. Oh, okay, this way. So that's him on Instagram. You can actually see some of his paintings that he's done. One of my favorites that he did is a Master Roshi skateboard deck. Let me show you guys here. Right there. That's his Master Roshi skateboard deck he did.
Has he ever done a helmet?
A helmet? I don't think so. He's going to be doing a ram skull, though. He's going to be painting a ram skull. But yeah, the main reason behind why I did it for Flip is, as you know, his dog Deedle is going through some health issues, and up in a few months ago, you could tell it was really hurting Flip. And this is when I first started it. Flip is actually doing a little bit better. You can tell in the videos he's a lot happier. But when I first started it, Flip was pretty down in the dumps regarding Deedle and his health. And for anyone that has a pet, that's family. And I know some people don't see it that way. I love my dogs. I love my dogs. I'd do anything for my dogs. I'd jump in front of a car for my dogs. I would. So to know the pain that he's going through, knowing that his dog is having these issues, you could see us playing with his mental health. And I'm a big advocate of providing positive mental health. And I try to do that in my Discord. And I wanted to do something for him to even just remotely take his spirits and lift it just a little bit. So I don't have exactly what OG will be putting on the skate deck. I forwarded him Flip's logos. So the Flip Nah logo of him, and then the Deedle Knievel logo. So I'm hoping he puts those two at least on the skate deck, and he does them in a cool sort of way. I don't know. Did you just see it on Instagram, Josh?
I'm trying to look for it.
I looked for him and I didn't find it. What was it?
Same here.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me do it this way.
There are two other people that go by OG Snowflake on Instagram, but I didn't see them.
Okay, so let me do it this way. I can share my screen, right?
Yeah.
Share screen. Share. Okay, so this is his
Oh, there's no
Instagram
W.
right
Okay.
here. Yeah.
The OG Snowflake.
Yeah. So if we, I gotta go on this page. So he did. Let's look at this. Look at this Batman one he did. So
that's
this
hot.
is the concept. And okay, so this skate deck, he did. I forget what that's from though. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, but I know it's from a game or a comic or something like that. Oh yeah, here's like my favorite. This is the Master Roshi one. This is the first one he ever did on a skate deck, and
That's awesome.
I wanted to buy it. I couldn't get it at the time.
Did you see the Star Wars ones?
Dude, his wedding to his wife was Star Wars themed. He loves Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he started doing that. He does such great work. I mean, he does regular canvas paintings. This one he just sold. His Spider-Man one. He has a really cool.
Nice a Boba Fett one too.
Yep. Here's the Joker. So the newer Joker. What's his name? What the hell's Joaquin Phoenix? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just did that. I mean, that's just on regular canvas. Yeah, the Boba Fett one's really cool.
That's awesome. You guys are doing that flip. I know a year ago my dog broke her tail, and that was like the worst week, and that's like nothing compared to what he's going through with that dog.
Yeah, and I mean he used to ride. I mean, look at that bike. That's a pretty bike right there.
I gave it up.
Yeah, he doesn't ride right now. He wants to. He honestly wants to. Let's see.
You been riding lately, Cap, on Granite?
That's funny. That's funny. You're gonna get the sassy roll in Discord here after you do that.
You were talking about tires. Tell your wife you need snow tires for the bike.
I actually said to her the other day. I said, for what we're kind of getting back for our tax return, that's fully paying off a Grom. And she just shot me that look of, you will be castrated so
but did
swiftly.
She say no?
The threat of castration is a no in every language, I believe.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Did she threaten you?
Why is she so against the Grom?
Because what I do to it.
What?
Everything. I do everything to it. But okay, so
extend it. Make some extra large forks on it.
No.
Let me switch the camera screen really quickly. So, right here. So this is the beer I'm just about to pop open. Cinnamon Toast Crunch Stout.
Sounds like diabetes.
10% ABV. Oh, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. So, what they say to this one is, it's a chocolatey American stout infused with Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, adding flavorful layers of bready cinnamon and notes of sweet maple syrup. 10% ABV. That's double the beer I just had. But it is literally like dark syrup. Like it's a stout. And I don't normally drink stouts, but thank you, Anonymous. Thank you. Flip is a great dude, and he wears his heart, on his sleeve. He's one of the most kind-hearted dudes you'd ever meet, and in just my talks with him, he doesn't ever deserve to feel down like that, and I really hope that it stays a secret, so don't tell him yet. I want it to be a surprise when he goes to the P.O. box, but I can't wait for it to be done. It's getting mocked up next week, so I should have a rough idea of what is going to be on it, and then once I think it's perfectly good for him, I'm gonna be like, okay, do it. Like,
See,
and
I might have to buy one of these, especially with this the Red Hood one.
That Red Hood one came out awesome.
Yeah.
If she physically didn't say no with words, then it wasn't a no. All right, Big Steve.
He's not wrong.
He gets me killed in PUBG all the time.
You'll buff out.
But yeah, so yeah, OG is
keep calm and respawn.
Yeah, OG is awesome. I really wish you would have been able to make it tonight and hang out and talk to us about his artwork and everything, and show what he's working on. He just did a Deadpool skateboard deck. He just did a Incredible Hulk. The Hulk might be in my top 3 of all of his art he's ever done. Like, it came out so good.
I would like to see if he could do some art on a helmet, like an old helmet.
Oh, I bet he could.
I'll send it. Tell you the truth, I have like an old icon. I just want to like stand off, anyways.
And he's working on a Beast from X-Men. So that one he has the line work done, and I think it's gonna pop really good. And then the next one is Flips. So I think honestly the biggest piece that I want on there is Deedle. And then we can have, his regular Flip Gnaw somewhere on the deck, and maybe his thumbs up logos. But the biggest thing I think is Deedle. Having Deedle on it, I think not only portrays Flip himself, but it also is an honorable piece to have for his dog.
Also got another bottle of this.
Whew. This is the last one. This is the last Cinnamon Toast Crunch beer I have, and I bought 4 of them. And honestly, the 3 were rough to drink.
Yeah.
This 4th one is probably just top of just being so rough to drink.
Well, it's 11%. You said, right?
It's 10. I thought it was 11. But still, it's 10%. But I don't drink stouts. Like, it is. I wish I had a glass. I mean, it's like a thick, dark syrup.
Yeah, I've had one called Dragon's Milk, and it was 11%.
They had that at the store today. I almost picked it up.
It literally, if I remember right, it tastes like milky.
Mm-hmm.
Like a milk stout?
Yeah.
See, and they actually had at the store today a whoopie pie stout, and I'm just like this. I'm like, I could go for a whoopie pie. I don't know if I want a whoopie pie stout, but I could go for a whoopie pie.
Sounds dangerous.
What's a whoopie pie?
A whoopie pie? You don't know what whoopie pie is?
No, never heard of it.
What is that?
It's a chocolate cake with just
whipped cream in the middle.
Sugary cream in the middle. And
is that like a New Hampshire thing?
No. They're also known as like moon
Really?
pies.
Oh, moon pie. Okay.
Oh,
I heard of
moon pie. Okay.
Moon pie.
Moon
Okay.
All right.
What's up, Diesel? What's up, Diesel Hog Vlog in the house? Hello, dude. Welcome. Cheers. Cheers. I got my my Cinnamon Toast Crunch stout.
Sweet buttered toast stout.
Dude, if they made a sweet buttered toast stout, that's all I'd drink.
See, Grant, I think you would like. You ever had a peanut butter whiskey?
I'm allergic to peanut butter.
Ah, son of a bitch.
So go on. I'll drink it.
I'll send it to you.
But is there actual peanut butter in peanut butter whiskey, or is it just peanut butter?
Regardless, it'd probably have peanut oil in it.
Yeah,
something.
it's infused with it. It tastes just like a peanut butter cup, pretty much.
Let's put it this way. I ate at Five Guys the other day, and they cook everything in peanut oil. I was okay.
Then let's take the risk.
See, when I was first told, like, it put me in the hospital. That's how bad it was when I was younger. And I said, I'm going to continue eating peanut butter. I don't care.
That's like, I'm allergic to almonds, but like almond flour, I'm pretty okay with.
like a little bit at a time, build up the tolerance. I can basically get through Five Guys without my throat closing up completely.
You're playing a risky game there.
I get like it gets tight like completely.
No EpiPen?
EpiPens are for quitters.
I never owned it, but yeah, I'm allergic to half the world.
Which also reminds me, if I get stung by a bee, I need to make it to the hospital pretty damn quickly.
Just make sure you stay away from LRGH.
Just take a handful of Benadryl and just leave it to the luck.
The last time I got stung by a bee, I got stung right here, like right at the eyebrow. My whole half of my face swelled up. I looked like freaking Slouch from the Goonies.
Sloth. Hey, you guys.
Sloth, yeah. Hey, you guys.
Hey,
Baby
you guys.
Roof. I literally looked like that. Like it was bad.
Did you try taking a handful of Benadryl?
No, I went to work. I was a cashier at a grocery store, so I'm checking people out, and my head's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then my manager comes over and goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I look at him, my eyes completely swollen shut. I'm like, I've been better. And he goes, "What the hell happened to you?" I'm like, "Stung by a bee." I'm like, and he goes, "Shouldn't you go to the hospital?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me help out this last customer."
He's like, you need to go to the hospital on your lunch break.
Exactly.
Make sure you clock out, boy.
Make sure you clock out. Make sure you're back in time. We're short today.
9 Mills has got to go take a poo. He'll be right back. Oh, man. I've done, growing up in Vermont on a farm and crap like that, I've done some questionable stuff that I probably shouldn't be alive today. Like, seriously, like, we rode the hay elevator up into the barn across the road to get up into the barn.
Elevator?
A hay elevator. Basically, it has these little hooks that hook onto the hay bale. And you slap the hay bale on. It doesn't move. Goes up and up this. It looks like a roller coaster. It goes up. And as soon as it gets into the barn, it has a little drop off that will take the hook back. And it'll drop the hay bale in the barn. Well, in order for me to get into the barn, I would have to go down off and around, across the road, into the barn, up the stairs. That's too much time. So my dad threw me on a hay bale. He goes, hold on to the hay bale. It's a 30-foot drop from the hay elevator to the road. I'm sitting there holding on to it. I'm 5 years old. Just do. And these hay bales weighed 45, 50 pounds. I'm 35 pounds soaking wet. I hit the top of the barn, and we go over. I didn't let go. I just rode it all the way down. It freaking landed on top of me. And, of course, they're stacked. The hay bales are coming and coming and coming. I'm just getting crushed.
So that's why you got a bagger instead of a sport bike.
Oh.
Could be. Could be. Hey, at least I'm comfy after 100 miles. I don't have to stop.
I'm comfortable for the first 20 minutes.
I don't have to stop after 100 miles.
At least you guys ride 100 miles.
Well, the bagger's why I did 280 today.
Yeah.
280.
That sport bike's gonna school me for the first 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna keep riding for another 8 hours.
Yep, sport bike riders on the side of the road going like this, like, my back.
I'm laying on the floor.
Grom riders on the side of the road holding their ass.
The Grom rider is finishing.
And then they start the run.
Is finishing the 280 miles 4 hours after everyone else is finished.
No, fuck that. We find the short routes. All the shortcuts.
They just go on the train with the bike.
Did you ever get knobby tires for your Grom?
Yeah, I got dual sport tires on them.
Yeah.
Remember, I rode that thing through all the back roads, pretty much to where I go ride my dirt bike.
Yeah. I think Baker's Grom, I think he's back onto regular wheels now. I don't think he has dual sports.
Yeah, I think he's back on regular Michelin's or something.
Yeah. I got to say, I got super excited yesterday, and I saw, because Instagram, you have the stories right at the top, and the first one, Arson rides. I'm like, oh, I'm like, is he back? And it's just like, I'm opening Pokemon cards. I'm like,
No one cares. Hooray for cardboard.
I'm like, okay. Oh, I have a buddy right now who's live on Twitch opening Pokemon cards. And he pulled a card. It was right before I went live.
What did you pull?
He pulled some sort of Charizard. It was holographic. It was just Charizard himself, full big. And he's just like shaking. I'm like,
Was it one of those first edition ones or like the new ones?
it was like a new one, but I guess it's worth a good chunk of change.
I know those first edition ones. They're like $3,000.
Yeah, I never got one of those when I did it when I was a kid. I think the
the
best one I had was like a holographic Blastoise or something.
I don't get it.
I still have all the sports cards I had when I was a kid. Like there was NASCAR, basketball,
Oh yeah,
baseball cards.
I have the ones that really stuck out to me. Like I have a dual Magic Johnson Michael Jordan card. I've got like Shaq's rookie card, a few of those.
I have a Ken Griffey Jr. card. And
I have 3 Derek Jeter rookie cards. I just have no idea where they are, and I'm guessing they're in 0 condition.
Oh no, the wife sold it.
But I mean, that's why I'm kind of collecting these right now.
Oh, the pops.
The pops. I mean, I have one pop that's worth $400. I bought it for $5.
Which one is that?
Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, I think I have a Deadpool one. I have the Joker, Batman, the Iron Man. I got a bunch of Jokers.
But
I only have 3. I've got Deadpool, George Washington, and Ben Franklin.
This is George Washington one.
Yeah. I teach history, so I have.
He's a history teacher.
Nah.
So I've got that and a bunch of Dodgers bobbleheads.
So I mean,
you need a John Wilkes Booth one. Never missed a shot.
with the broken leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Yukon Cornelius is actually at my office at work. So like literally the most expensive one that I have in my collection is a it'd either be the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta or the Saturday Night Live Dick in a Box.
Dick in the Box.
It's literally Andy Samberg and Justin Timberlake standing there with the gifts on their dick. Yeah.
Well, they're smart enough to know when a gift needs given.
Yep, absolutely.
Not that I know every lyric to that song or anything.
Yeah, never.
So, actually, about history teaching right now, are you doing it in school, like, or are you doing it through Zoom chats and stuff?
So we are doing what's called a homeroom schedule. So I've got some kids for a homeroom, 3 hours a day, and they're actually in the classroom with me. But then the actual history teaching is in the afternoon. We use Google Meet, but basically Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, the kids don't like it. We don't like it, but
yeah,
it's what it is.
And especially kids that are in their so last year's seniors, this year's seniors, I feel so bad for them because of what they're missing out on. School dances, sports, graduation. Those are all, in my opinion, well, not only memories, but a rite of passage, to adulthood.
Yeah. We've got sports coming back now. Like the indoor sports won't be played at all this year, like basketball, volleyball. But the outdoor sports are almost all of them are going to be played this year.
Like football, soccer, golf.
So our governor just pave the way for football. And so there schools in our county are right now working on whether or not they're going to have football.
Yeah. 9 Mills says, "Thank you, History Road, for the subscription."
Absolutely. And if you subscribe to my channel, I guarantee at least 2 videos a year.
That's right. That sounds like a good time frame.
Rev, you're not helping. do not listen to Rev.
That's a good percentage.
Because if he puts out 2
you keep
videos,
the audience. You keep the audience waiting.
It does.
What did you put out one last year?
He put out 1.
You see?
And I challenged him on 3 different videos.
And I did 1.
Here's the thing. I painted myself into a corner because I decided to make them all about like local history, which means I actually have to do research and then ride to that place. And so these cannot be done filming in a couple of hours. You know what I mean?
All I did was just jumpstart my bike with a freaking LiPo battery.
Yeah, you did that one.
So I'm thinking about, I think I might, and we'll see. I don't know if anybody would want to watch them, but thinking about doing like History Road shorts. So I won't necessarily go to the place I'm talking about. I'll just ride around and tell some story from history. And that way, at least I can get more content while I'm in between going to historical places. You know?
There's a moto vlogger here in New Hampshire, and he does local folklore. And I absolutely love it. I love history. Like when I was in high school, hated history. I didn't care for it. Now I'm sitting there watching the History Channel. Like,
oh yeah,
I love it.
I spent like an hour just watching like history of the Harley Davidson.
You think
how it started?
An hour. You think you're watching an hour, and 4 hours goes by, and then all of a sudden Rick Harrison's up there, and you just shut off.
But I do see that the best teachers in my high school were history teachers.
Yeah. But
I was thinking when you said you watched the History Channel, I'm like, so you see like people shooting alligators and stuff?
Do not get me wrong. I love swamp people. I think that I'm sitting there going, I could do that. And then I'm like, I see all the spiders and snakes and everything like that. I'm like, you know what?
Do that.
I'm good. You know, never mind. I
could do it. I won't, but I could.
Dude, that is just a different culture of people that I just, you know, hats off to them for surviving out there and doing that. I mean, I'm about as big of a redneck as I can be, you know, hunting deer and bear and moose and stuff like that. I think alligator just takes it to a whole different level of, no, I'm good.
See, that's a prey that is actively hunting back.
Dude, the gator is good.
The gator's not just defending itself. It's not just defending itself. It's actively hunting you back.
See,
that's the problem.
When they say, okay, it's going to bite you and then put you in a death roll, I'm sorry. I'm looking at, you know, Mr. Whitetail Deer over here, and I'm just like, what's it going to do? Stab me with its horn?
Look, the only death roll I want is after I've had the 5 guys and I decide to go to bed, and that's when, you know, the good Lord calls me home.
I thought that was my calling last night, because yesterday was my wife's birthday. I take her out to a very nice restaurant last night.
By the way, that steak looked good.
A 24-ounce steak.
Did you weigh it?
I didn't weigh it.
You should have returned it.
It was 24 ounce. It was at least 24, if not more than that. But even to start, because I'm on keto, so I'm not used to carbs or anything like that now. I've been doing like less than 20 grams of carbs a day for
that's
over
low.
a year.
That's low.
It's a cracker. So she goes, cheat night. You can have whatever. Okay. I have the ahi tuna for a starter. Delicious. I love tuna like that.
Definitely.
Then I ordered 24-ounce steak with mashed potato.
That potatoes taste good, didn't it?
I mean, the potato was so good. But in between, we had bread and butter.
Oh, of course.
That bread hit me like, I was like, okay, I need to stop, because I got half a cow coming at this point. So the 24-ounce steak comes, medium rare. I get I get to the point where it's like 5 bites left, and I'm sitting there going like this. I'm contemplating life.
Did you get the meat sweats?
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. I just got the stomach
trooper.
wanted to burst. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I can power through this. I had a bit of potato left too, so I'm combining the two. I'm sitting there going, what would that guy from Man vs. Food be doing right now? Combine them.
I would have taken it home. It would have tasted better next day.
Take it home. That's for quitting.
No, that's
Hey,
that requires me to carry something out.
He'll take that steak home the day he buys an EpiPen.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we got him in here. Mr. OG Snowflake in the house. Here he is.
Hey, we were just looking at some of your stuff. It's awesome, man.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. You forgive me, please. I gave up getting haircuts whenever I quit working. So my hair is big, and I'm eating my dinner. And sorry I'm late.
Dude, don't worry about it. I'm glad you're here. Welcome.
So what's going on here, fellas?
Oh, we're talking about my delicious meal from last night and how it just about killed me.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I don't know what to do here.
But yeah, so I got through the steak, I got through the potatoes, and I'm sitting there. The waitress takes my plate away. She goes, "Well, someone was hungry." I'm like, "Yeah, not anymore." And then she reads. She doesn't even ask for desserts. She reads off the desserts. I'm sitting there, and I just look at my wife, and she goes,
"Cheesecake, right?
2 creme brulees." I went, "Oh,
diabetes."
I'm like, "This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt so bad because custard just sits."
So much better with fresh tortillas. Sorry, we're having dinner, so
what are you eating?
We're talking food too. Well, I love to cook. We both love to cook. I also love to smoke marijuana.
And they go really well together.
So sometimes when I smoke marijuana, I get real creative and amazing shit happens. Amazing shit like this. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this in here.
Okay, I see. What was that? Rice, corn?
Like a burrito?
No, it is none of those things.
No?
That is leftover lasagna rolled in a homemade tortilla and fried.
Oh.
Okay.
That is dangerous.
I'm sold.
Because now doesn't even get messy.
now your hair makes sense.
It isolates everything together.
I fucked around and made lasagna finger food.
And yet here I am drinking a cinnamon toast crunch stout.
OG, I think you just killed like 4 people with that discovery. I see cholesterol just climbing.
I'll say my cholesterol went up looking at it. So.
Right.
Hey, let me ask you something. So when you get that bread and butter at the steak place, does that come with salsa? Or is that just a Southern California thing?
Salsa.
Oh, no,
yeah, bread and butter, put a little salsa on the bread and butter. Oh, I'm telling you, you'll never go back.
Well, I'm disappointed that you didn't cut the steak open and let us see the inside. Because I swear to God, if that's a local steak was medium well, I'm gonna fly to your home.
We don't believe you. We have to see it.
Medium rare. Cut. You can see the blood in the picture. It was medium rare. I swear to God. Swear to God, medium rare. It was cooked to perfection.
It looked beautiful.
My wife got a 8-ounce filet mignon, mainly rare. She said rare. It was cooked a little bit longer than what I thought was okay. But
an 8-ounce filet, that's a pretty big filet mignon.
Yeah. But she also had blue cheese. It was a black and blue filet mignon. So it took a little bit longer under that heat lamp to melt down that cheese. And that's what kind of made that steak go from rare to a little bit more than rare.
Sure. And I mean, I think when you're cooking steaks, here's the thing. I'm a steak whore and I'm a steak purist. And so I don't buy steak. We don't go out to eat steak. because inevitably it ends up being a situation where I accidentally embarrass my wife by sending a steak back 3 or 4 times. Because if you're a fucking steakhouse and you can't do medium rare on a 2.5 inch thick cut of meat, fucking stop cooking steaks. Chop it up real fine, cook it all well, call it carne asada, roll it in a tortilla, and rebrand your whole fucking place
to a fucking taco shop.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. There's only one steakhouse that I've been to that can make a steak better than I can. So usually, if we're gonna have steak, we just cook them at the house.
And so do we.
All right,
go ahead.
Do you all eat tri-tip?
I haven't had tri-tip in a long time. It's been a long time.
The last tri-tip I had was I didn't enjoy it. It was bad.
No,
it was someplace that messed it up.
That's unfortunate. Tri-tip is a California staple. You have to know how to cook tri-tip out here. And so I tell you what, again, I don't like to go anywhere and buy tri-tip because it's going to be better at my house anyway.
One of the best steaks I ever had.
Yes.
Come on over.
One of the best steaks I've ever had was in Las Vegas at a place called Diablo's. It was right along the strip, and it actually came with. And I was skeptical because I
mess with me, Ricky Bobby.
I don't like spicy, like I don't. But it came with a jalapeno mango jelly, not a salsa, a jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it on the plate, and you mix that with that steak. Amazing! It changed the whole plate. Of course, Diablo's is just you want spicy, they're gonna throw everything at you.
But you're telling me that a place called Diablo's is spicy?
Shut up! Fucking pulling my leg.
God damn, Ricky Bobby.
That's the thing about cooking with jalapenos, though. You know, I'm born and raised in Texas. I spent almost my entire life in Texas. And so I grew up eating jalapenos off the vine, you know, drinking beer and pulling them straight off of the vine in the garden while we're watching the Super Bowl in the backyard.
Yep.
But if you're trying to cook for the masses, you got to take the fucking seeds out, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's where people fuck up. If you don't take the seeds out and you're trying to cook for a group with jalapenos, you've just made a bunch of people really uncomfortable all night long, and probably lost a couple of friends.
and guys, everyone in the side chat here, I'm gonna post this right here. That is OG's Instagram link right there. If you guys want to check out some of this amazing, beautiful artwork.
You have to be shouting out on everything, bro. You're too kind.
Dude, we were talking about your artwork beforehand. And I was talking about Flip and what we're going to be doing for him, and then
I'm
Rev.
excited to get started on that, man. I worked on the Beast deck today. I haven't posted any pictures, any of the newer stuff. I'm probably about 15-20% done with it right now.
But
so I hope to have it done in the next few days.
That Hulk skate deck. I'm blown away. It's so gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And Rev Nerd here, he might actually get in touch with you. He wants to send you a helmet.
Okay. You could do something with a helmet?
I made Boba Fett out of an 86 Yamaha gas tank. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but there's not much I can fucking do with that.
You toot that horn.
So yeah.
Like I said, his wedding was Star Wars themed.
I saw it.
You want Star Wars stuff?
You guys have been creeping pictures of my wedding already while I was making.
No. I just mentioned it.
I'm just fucking.
Captain was sharing some that he said something about he took him with a telephoto lens from across the street or something. I didn't catch the whole thing.
As he was breathing heavy.
Keyhole in the bathroom. Where are my pants? Where's my wallet? What's this shit on my back?
These are my lucky tighty whities. Hi,
There's my beautiful bride.
JB creeping.
Boss Lady Glam in the building.
9 mils on 2 wheels with a follow on OG's Instagram. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
Thank you. So where is this? I just clicked on this StreamYard.com link that you sent me. Is this so? This is a YouTube live video. You guys forgive me. I'm old as fuck.
Yeah,
so.
it's already on live on YouTube.
So yeah, we're completely
You mean this
live.
whole conversation is going on the www
on the internet on the interwebs.
Oh, no.
So back in the day,
Back in my day,
Google used to have this thing called Google Live Hangouts.
oh
where you
yeah,
do these live streams like this. Unfortunately, Google decided to get rid of it and basically left thousands of people in the dark of how to do these live kind of hangouts.
Right.
Now, YouTube has one. It's horrendous, absolutely horrendous to work through. StreamYard makes it simple, so you can actually intertwine or integrate it with your YouTube channel to go live.
Okay.
So from my little broadcast studio right here, I can take and go, okay, so 9 Mills says it made me hungry. I can actually click on his comment and it pops it up on the stream channel.
Well, that's cool.
I can change my banners. I can change my branding. I can do pretty much anything I want. Up to a point.
I don't know how old you guys are.
I'm of age. Let's say I have a good amount of age on me.
All right. Well, I just
Looking
turned
at your
49.
hairline, I'm definitely older than you.
Who?
I just turned 49 on the 6th of February.
All right, I take back the definitely.
I got a good hairline, man. We come from.
You do, man. That's killing it.
Dude, you should see when he puts in a mohawk.
I'm really toying with the idea of having Shay cut the mohawk back in. I was gonna have her do it today, but I pushed out. But yeah, I had a mohawk for about 10 years.
I heard mullets are coming in back.
See, that's what it's funny that you say that because I want to invent the mullet.
The mullet.
A mohawk and a mullet have a baby, and it's the mole.
The mole sounds French.
Mole, 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 mole. Yeah, man.
I think
it's gonna be all the rave in Europe.
If I can find this on my Facebook, my first driver's license photo, I had a mullet.
Oh, good
Two
God.
guys I work with
Wait,
just got
you
their
had
hair
hair?
mullets.
You have it.
It's gone now. I shaved it again.
So it's the point I was making with the disclosing my age is that it's crazy to me at almost 50 years old that I'm older than the internet. First of all, that hurts my fucking feelings on a daily basis.
Wait. How old is the internet exactly?
The internet is 44.
Okay. That's from the original transfer from those two universities, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That was when Al Gore invented it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, way back whenever Al Gore discovered El Nino and the
El Nino,
the internet, and
Chris Farley.
But like looking back at my life and remembering vividly having a Pong system and a ColecoVision system and every single video game console that has ever been made in the history of the world, because I was there, I was alive when they were built. And now, after watching the movie Swordfish, you guys seen this with Hugh Jackman? I saw that and I saw those monitors and I was like, what the fuck could you possibly use all those monitors for? This is fucking stupid. And now I have 5.
What are you looking for? Oh shit!
And I sit in my white leather throne chair that has gold threaded, diamond stitched, tuck and roll shit happening.
Scarface?
Yeah, a little bit. And I produce a television show, and it trips me out, man. It trips me out. That's what when you said your broadcast studio a minute ago, Captain Granite. That's what I was just talking to a friend of ours. I won't say his name, but I'm trying to do a little mentoring for some of the younger guys that need some direction, you know.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I said, you got to remember, bro, that you're putting on a television show every time you hit go live.
Yep.
And you better fucking be funny, really fucking good, entertaining, or something. You better be bringing something to the table besides a bunch of bitching and complaining.
And some sassiness. You know that, Granite.
I mean, look at him. He's fucking
Hey,
sassy.
I'm getting better at my streams.
I think that your stream's fantastic. Man.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
You don't give yourself enough credit.
Amen.
And you punctual.
Amen. And see, that's and I don't know if that punctuality comment was a dig or not, but it's fucking important.
Oh no, he's punctual. I'm not punctual. I'm saying
Punctual. I was an hour late this morning just because Stream Elements decided to be like, "Hey, your login doesn't work
Granny,
anymore."
I can't complain. I'm like 3 months late.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, History Road and I were sitting here, and we're like, I'm like looking at the time. I'm like, here it is, 9 o'clock. I'm like, 5 more minutes.
I showed up at. I think I showed up at like 9:45, 10.
Yeah.
I hate to rain on anybody's parade, but his idea of the Mohawk mullet, I think
it's already created.
Like me to remember the wrestler, the Red Rooster.
The Red
Shit.
Rooster. Wait.
It already happened. I forgot.
Oh yeah, he did have him.
When you said Mohawk mullet, I was like, the Red Rooster. Like, I mean,
I've seen that before somewhere.
Oh
like
shit!
1987 or something,
All right, you ready for this? Here's a 16-year-old Captain Granite.
Oh, wait for it.
Getting his driver's license photo taken. Ready for that?
Just like Corporal Granite.
Private Granite. Oh, that's definitely Private Granite. That's definitely Private Granite.
That's barely even a mullet. That's kind of disgraceful. When Ray Cyrus would blow his nose in your general direction.
When the wind blew, it moved.
That is called a chess club mullet.
So does my
Private
penis,
Pebbles.
But...
Private Pebbles there.
That's
But
funny.
still.
How long are you guys going to be going here, Cap?
I mean, I'm having fun. I'm having some drinks, having a good time. I'll probably be on for a little bit longer.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to pour a nice 3-finger glass of Eagle Rare, grab me a 21-year aged Gurkha cigar, and go fire up my fire pit in the backyard.
All right.
Man of taste.
Hey, do you think if you got it near you, can you show us that Hulk skate deck?
Yeah. I mean, like right here.
Hold on a second.
Oh, right there. Oh, wow. That looks good.
Can I make your screen solo layout? There it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That
wow.
Deadpool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you also like polyurethane them after?
Yeah, they get sealed. Can you see this one?
Yeah, now we do. Is that Beast?
Yeah.
Oh, Wolverine. Oh, that's Beast. Yeah.
Beast.
It's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, the whole skate deck idea. I mean, literally after that Master Roshi one that you posted, it just blew up.
So you guys get something that the stream doesn't get. Like, our house is a gallery.
Look at all those painting guys. Let me put it back on solo here.
The best painting I ever did was a stick figure.
9 Mills, he said he was from Texas. OG, are you still in Texas?
He's in
No,
Vegas.
I'm in Las Vegas.
Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in Las Vegas. I've been here, moved from Dallas about a little over 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yep.
How's the weather in Texas now?
Last week, that's a different question.
Yeah, like
this week, back to
hopefully
normal.
it warmed up after all that.
When we first started, we heard it was 72 today in Houston.
Okay.
What's up, Salty Sprinkles? Welcome to the show. MotoNerdy, absolutely. That's what we've been calling this for. Well, this is the 9th official MotoNerdy. I think I could call 2 other ones MotoNerdy, but they were more birthday celebrations. Because oddly enough, Hauler Moto and my birthday are a day apart. 10 years.
And then don't forget mine is the following day.
The following day, yeah.
Yeah, they said it was 75.
So like my birthday, my birthday is August 23rd. Holler's is August 24th. Yours is August 26th, 5th. It's ridiculous. So crazy.
Well, mine's November 14th, so you got about 8.5 shopping months left. Just saying, just throwing it out there.
Don't worry, I'll buy you the same thing I got you last year, but in blue.
Okay, and one size bigger, COVID.
COVID 10?
Yeah.
Oop, I think OG muted himself.
Yeah, let's go with 10.
I did. I was blowing my nose, and I didn't think you guys wanted to hear that, so I did mute myself.
Hey, you don't know what I'm into.
Give me just a minute, guys.
Don't start me with a good time.
Let's see. I can give you a piece of toast, or the old man on the mountain.
Okay, but I've already got the toast, so I'll take the other one. But I want it on my birthday, so you need to put a note on that somewhere.
It's well, if I send it now, it's going to be late by USPS. So
yeah, USPS, they'll just get lost.
Yeah. FedEx is even worse for me.
So Salty and Sprinkles said it was 80 degrees today, and he rode 300 miles today. Oh, History Road got beat on that one.
Beat me by 20, man. I knew I should have stayed.
300 miles. Where are you riding to?
Did we already do the nerdy part of this stream? Is that over?
I think it's a continuation.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
We talked what? Atari games. We talked.
Oh, I wanted to ask you guys, what was the oldest console you had? That you got at the time it came out.
The first console I got when it originally launched was the NES.
All of them.
Yeah, same NES.
Atari.
Atari. I had an Atari 5800 that actually had a controller with a little dial and number button.
Yeah, the original. Was that the original one?
I don't know. After that was the 2600, and the 2600 was like the legit Atari, but the 5800. There was still some fun stuff on
there.
The 2600 is what I remember having for my first.
I was born 86, so
I just remember. I remember fifth ball, pole position 2.
Pole position 2 came with the pole position 2 came with the Atari 2600.
Yep. Oh my God, that was.
Did you have Jungle Hunt? I loved Jungle Hunt.
I don't remember.
Jump across the crocodiles and swing across the ropes and all that.
That was Pitfall.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so Pitfall and Jungle Hunt are practically the same game. Watch here. Let me look it up.
I thought that was Pitfall because I played Pitfall.
Pitfall was.
I remember I played Pitfall a lot too. But look, can you see that?
I take I'll take Larry. I could always bring it up on my computer and share my screen.
Yeah.
Usually, if I just save it to the pictures and then go find it, it works pretty good. Because then it has a black background. Still too bright though.
Yeah. What was the game called again? Jungle
Hunt, and it's basically Pitfall.
Jungle
Which one came out first?
Oh.
Okay, so I think Pitfall is the real one, and then Jungle Hunt was basically the same thing, but with kind of better. It seemed like better graphics.
Jungle Hunt was the Pitfall you got when you ordered it on Wish.
With the fake label.
You know what?
But back then you had to have the Wish catalog.
Looking at these, you know what? I honestly think. Let me share my screen here. I remember the box, and I remember this right here.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, 100%.
But
So you had the Ghetto Pitfall from the beginning.
I liked it better than Pitfall.
But this is where I was at right here.
Oh.
You remember
Yes.
Bing,
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Bing,
Come on.
You know how many controllers I broke in that game?
Dude, pole position 2 was like you fall in love with video games.
Well,
And then
you can never break an NES controller.
and then
Or any controller, any old school controller you can never break.
no. And then NBA Jam
Oh.
was one of my favorites. They were
You're
like,
on fire.
boom shakalaka.
And everybody picked the same people. Who was your team? Everybody's gonna pick the same.
Orlando, I won Shaq and Horace Grant.
and then you could put in the code and make them like with the big heads and all that.
Oh, the bobbleheads or the wolf.
Big head mode.
Do you remember the game Spy Hunter?
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
You ever play Spy versus
man.
Spy?
Spy Hunter. I spent hours. I spent half a lifetime on
Road Rash.
007. Oh, Road Rash was the shit too.
Yeah.
This
People
was
hit
the
them with chains
remake.
and shit.
This was the remake. The 1990 was it the 1991? Oh, right there. That's what I remember. Right there. You take that club out of the other dude's hand and then you just whack him with it. Dude, that was my favorite.
Hey, what was the scrolling game that was a dirt bike? Remember?
Excite Bike?
Excite
Oh.
Bike.
Excite Bike. Yes, I loved Excite Bike.
Yeah.
I actually downloaded that on my Nintendo Switch.
Oh, you have a Switch, Granite?
I do.
You play Smash Brothers?
I don't have that.
Ah.
Did you just ask him if he was a Switch?
He
don't
changes
think
one
you
time to time. Nothing's wrong with that.
That was my favorite.
There's no judgment. No judgment.
Salty and Sprinkles understands. And I forgot they're in Texas as well. Salty and Sprinkles is. We have a lot of Texas people in the house tonight.
Them in their lavish weather, making us look bad.
And Salty and Sprinkles. I forgot.
Gentlemen, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. Thank you for your gracious and just so kind comments about my artwork. Salut. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
He called us gentlemen.
He hasn't known me long enough.
I'm from West Texas, so gentleman means motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about me.
Yeah, so
all
Salty.
All of a sudden, it adds up.
So yeah, Salty Sprinkles is down near Houston.
Okay, I spent about 14 months in Houston while I lived in MD Anderson. I had a very dear loved one that was going through a nasty battle with cancer, and I lived in MD Anderson for 14 months.
9 mil,
Houston,
dude.
not my favorite
Hanging out
place.
with us tonight. He said he followed everyone, and he's taking his ass to bed.
All right, man.
Thank you for being here, man. Have a great night.
Oh, peace out.
I mean, 9 mils is the definition of a legend in here. I mean, what he's been through. I know I said it earlier tonight. I mean, he is the only person in this world where they turned off his lung. He has 2 lungs in his body. 1 lung works because of lung cancer. They literally shut it off. They found the switch and they turned it off.
I love that you said. All right, so talk about lung cancer. Cue smoking cough and go.
At the same time.
Well, it really hit me kind of sideways whenever you were talking about his lung cancer and his lung being shut off, as I was fucking sucking this cigar trying to get it lit like it was the last fucking breath of air on the planet.
The timing.
Nine Mills is just one great dude. I mean, what he's gone through and has beaten is just absolutely incredible. So you get some sleep, sir. Have a great night. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us. And well, I mean, you're gonna cough. You said how old is that cigar? 12 years old? 21 years old?
It's a 21-year-old, yeah.
Oh, your cigar at least could drink.
Yeah.
Right. Got to keep it legal, man.
Definitely legal.
That cigar's half as old as the internet.
Yeah.
Facts.
Big facts.
Man.
So, Cap.
Yes, sir.
When are we gonna run some games again, man?
Hopefully soon. It was definitely a week from hell for me from work, and I definitely did not get on as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
Even to the point where I didn't even stream all week. I mean, this morning was the first time I've streamed since last Saturday, I think. And
Hey,
then
Hey.
I didn't know if that was feedback or dogs, but I'm guessing
No,
dogs
get
at
it.
this point. Oh, they're having fun chasing each other. That's the one thing I love about boxers is just the high energy they have.
They're so playful, man, and
Yep.
it's crazy because, so we have 3, obviously. We have a 10-year-old male named Tank. He's the daddy. We have a 3-year-old female that's half pit, half boxer. Her name's Talon, because I'm nerdy, and she's named after a Sith Lord that's female, Darth Talon. And then we have a pandemic puppy. Even though we kept her in panties while she was in heat, we couldn't get her. We just rescued her, and so we couldn't get her to the vet because of the COVID stuff. And even though Tank's never seen a female dog before, he figured out how all that shit works out. So now we have a 10-month-old puppy.
He read the manual.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's what I've been smelling over the fence.
Nature finds a way.
Right.
And then they got a beautiful baby puppy, Lucas.
Also, because we're nerdy, George Lucas Skywalker Boss. George Lucas Skywalker Boss. Yeah.
My dogs are named after Dodger greats. So we got Scully for Vin Scully.
Yeah.
And then we got Koufax, obviously, for Sandy Koufax.
I got my dog is named Harley because
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Thank you. And then my grandmother named my other dog, which is her sister from the same litter, Daisy May. And we kept that just because, there was a lot. It was my grandmother's dog. My grandmother got sick. She passed away, and we inherited her dog. So, I mean, we kept the sisters together. So together they are the Harley Daisyson.
I see what you did there.
See what I did there? and yes, they both leave.
Wow.
See, there's the nerdy part.
So years and years ago, we inherited the same way, Grandma's dog, and she named the dog Tippy. Mm-hmm. And she said she named the dog Tippy because every dog my uncle had when they were kids, he named Tippy. And so I told my uncle that because he said, "Why is that dog? What is Tippy? Where did you get that?" And I said, "Well, Grandma said you used to name all your dogs Tippy, and so she named it that." And he said, "I've never had a dog named Tippy. I don't know where she came up with that one." So my grandma had 10 kids though, so you can imagine she might have got them mixed up.
Right.
See, my buddy had a cat, and he didn't really name it. He just called it Cat.
Cat.
And then one day we went to McDonald's. I got a regular cheeseburger. I left it on the table. Went to the bathroom. Came back. It was half gone. The cat was sitting there eating the bun, the burger, everything. And after that, he named the cat Burgers. And that cat finished that burger. Like, I'm just like,
Well,
I want to
McDonald's
see
is
how.
pretty much rat meat anyway. So.
I'm like, I want to see how
What
far
kind of person
this cat.
changes an animal's name? That's fucking wrong.
Cat
Like, your
goes
name's
to-
not fucking Jimmy anymore. Your name's Spot.
Yeah, and the
Shut
cat
up,
was
Spot.
Joy
the
is
cat was
Spot.
only like 9.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is Burgers?
I think the cat was like 1 or 2, so he had it for a long time.
Yeah.
But he, like you said, well, like I said, just called it Cat. He didn't.
That wasn't a name. That was just a placeholder.
And oddly enough, the cat barked.
I think the cat's broken.
He didn't meow. He literally barked.
I think you come from a fucking line of nearsighted motherfuckers.
Dude, you took a laser pointer, you pointed at the ceiling, the cat would go, rah, rah, rah.
I come back to barking cats.
You did come back to barking cats.
What the
So the cat barked and
and
never knew what its name was. No wonder this cat had so many identity issues.
Right.
Didn't know. Just like, who am I?
Yeah. My a guy that I used to shoot archery with, he had a cat with a underdeveloped cerebellum. So it was very special. And it like its head was sideways. It literally walked sideways. It was happy though. It was the happiest cat you'd ever find. He had
I find that hard to believe.
He had a Porsche that had like a 30-foot drop off on it. The cat was never allowed out there. Well, we're out shooting bow one day, and all of a sudden, just next to me, I hear thud. And I look, the cat's laying on its side. I'm like, I just like look up. I'm like, and he picks up the case like, oh my god, he's not supposed to be on the porch. Brings him in, and I'm like, that cat just literally just walked and thud straight off the porch.
That cat was like 8 lives left.
It lived. I mean,
Guess they don't always land on their feet.
But literally, it was like a half developed brain. I mean, it could barely function, but I mean, it knew its name. It would come to you. It would eat and drink, but other than that, it was just off. It didn't work out too well.
Well, it knew its name right up until it ate that cheeseburger.
That was a different cat.
So that
was a different cat.
What's happening in New Hampshire with the cats?
Must be the bath salts.
You ever been to New Hampshire?
Growing up, every single cat I ever owned turned out to be coyote food.
New Hampshire.
Every cat.
I gotta say, I had a cat killed by a coyote, I think, when I lived out in the woods. And then we also had a parrot that got ripped out of his cage on our porch from a bobcat.
Yeah. It's crazy. If you have a cat in New Hampshire, Vermont, it will end up in a coyote stomach, at least.
It needs to be an indoor cat, not outdoor.
It has to be an indoor cat.
That's one of those words that I think is it's geographical pronunciations because
it definitely is.
What is?
Coyote.
Oh, I said coyote.
Yeah.
Coyote.
Yeah.
And we say coyote.
They're coyotes.
Coyotes are coyote.
You know what? In Vermont, they call them coy dogs.
If you throw the coyote on it, that means something completely different.
That's a guy with a truck.
That guy said, "I'll run with you if you can get me to the border. My sheriff's after me for what I did to his daughter."
That's a guy with a truck and questionable morals.
But literally, some people call them coy dogs here. Like they have to abbreviate basically coyote or coyote. Coy dog. It's like
I used to kill a bunch of coyotes back in West Texas. There was about a year-long stint where I worked on an ostrich ranch, and the The coyotes really,
Is that code?
really. No, it's not
Is that
code.
code?
Really, it's not code for butt sex or anything like that. No, I worked on an ostrich ranch. We had about roughly 30 ostrich at any given time. It was a lot of fun right up until I learned how fucking aggressive and they can be and how hard they can kick. I have a really gnarly scar on my shin from getting the fuck kicked out of me by
There's
one
not
of
a
those.
lot of people that say that they got a scar from the ostrich.
That's what I was gonna say. Have you ever run into anyone else that has an ostrich scar?
That's a cool party trick.
You gotta. I'm sure. I don't know what Granite has told you guys about me, but I have lived an
Interesting life.
eccentric life. Yeah, an interesting, eccentric, fun-filled, one that I wouldn't want to have to try to go back and do again. It's hence the ostrich story.
Hey,
He's got the stories
what
to
the
tell.
heck was that, Captain? Were they all out of the big water bottles or what?
Every day. Every day I drink one of these.
Well, you're a little behind.
Are those the bottles that sound like a bong?
That's my other one, my smaller one. This one does now too, because I took the straw out.
I think that water's dirty.
128 ounces. 128 ounces every single day, and actually, this is
that what New Hampshire tap water looks like?
It's just a black
No
bottle.
wonder that cat was
New Hampshire
special.
tap water is a lot better than any other tap water.
It's just a black bottle, but literally,
Yeah, that cat's cerebellum was fine.
Refill.
It was drinking water.
I've already had all of this today, and I filled it back up to like here.
That cat jumped off that porch because that was the only water they'd put in the pool.
Committing suicide.
That section of the porch collapsed from the weight of all of the fucking total dissolved solids and metals in that cat's body.
Yeah, all the heavy metals.
She was eating mercury.
That New Hampshire water looks like it's about 26% lead.
23.
23.
And the other 3%'s rust.
From all the dead Harleys.
I can pull rust out of my tap water.
Wow, from all the dead Harleys. Holy shit. Shot fired.
So, actually,
I like it.
My wife had to tell me this in the midst of me drinking water the other day. She watched that freaking Netflix documentary of the Hotel Cecil.
Oh, yeah.
And she told me about the girl that got in the water tank and then people started drinking. They started drinking. Know, yeah. They had no idea. I'm sitting there drinking water. I'm like, I just put it down.
Don't be a puss.
But guys, if I ever disappear, it was my wife.
Listen, it's extra protein.
That goes for most of us, though.
She is so in depth on these crime and murder mysteries, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like listening to her. She's like, she gets mad at the killers. She's like, why would he do it this way? I would have done it this way. I'm like, you do it what?
Yeah.
That's called research.
Authors call that foreshadowing.
When your neighbors start disappearing, start questioning.
Look, when I sold my last bike, my wife was so relieved, right? Because I didn't die on it. And then now that I've gotten older, I have a lot more life insurance. So when I bought
she
this
didn't
bike,
mind.
thought it was the greatest thing ever. Greatest thing ever. How fast does it go?
See, once I put my significant other on all the paperwork, for some reason she gave me a piece of brownie that had walnuts in it, which I'm allergic to. And I was like, damn, you can't even wait a week?
Wow.
As soon as you put her on the paperwork, she's like feeding you a high cholesterol diet.
I love that.
She starts pumping you full of water that she got from New Hampshire.
Hey, does this water taste like arsenic? No?
Smell this. Does this smell like chloroform?
Thank God I had a friend that was a fucking doctor there, and he had like all the shots and everything.
See,
Well, people
See,
think I'm joking, but my wife's 10 years younger than me, and she's a registered nurse. I handpicked her.
You see? You see?
see, I
Hi. She's looking at me from her window. Hi.
No, he thought he's like thinking 5 steps ahead.
see.
Yeah,
I
hey,
should.
We're out here playing checkers, and he's playing
This guy
chess.
playing 3-dimensional chess.
I should be
I'm playing
having
that
like
Star
a
Wars hollow chess.
hollow chess. I should have an EpiPen with me. I really should, but at the same time, I'm like,
I should too.
I'm good.
Yeah, same
I'll
here.
I'll get to that place that has an EpiPen when I get there.
Where's that?
I've only got the one
I don't
allergy,
know.
and it's bee stings. I'm really allergic to bee stings.
Same thing as granite, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
bee stings and peanut butter.
I haven't had a bee sting in a really long time, so I'm not sure if it's still a thing. But I don't want to test the theory.
Every
It's
time
funny
I
how
take
bee stings
Benadryl.
are like bee stings are such a part of childhood.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then like you hit a certain age and it's like you never even think about getting stung by a
They
bee.
are.
yeah
I got stung
until
by like 2 bees in my life.
until you're on the motorcycle and you have one of those asshole wasps just drill you in the freaking
my God.
throat.
No,
Yeah.
on my
Or-
grog,
Oh, buddy.
I fucking had a bee go up my shorts and sting me right on my ass cheek.
Oh, he was
I literally stomped on the brakes, skidded to a stop on the side of the road, and I was just like shaking my leg, getting that little fucker out of there. It was the worst time of my life.
Did he,
that man
did
went
he
out
buy,
on blades
did
of
he buy
glory.
you dinner first? Or?
No, not even a look around.
Did you like show him too much leg or something?
Did your butt swell up? Did you go from a handful to a badunkadunk?
He went
No.
full Kardashian.
I'm not allergic to bees.
Kim or Kylie?
Yes.
Just yes.
That's about it.
So the only time I've ever had like a bug or insect incident on my bike was on Interstate 10 between Tucson and Phoenix in 1991 when I was in college, and I was doing about 110 on a Hayabusa, and me and my friend were riding side by side. I rolled off the throttle, was just kind of coasting back toward the speed limit. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to Arizona and experienced what a swarm of grasshoppers looks like
Mhm.
in Arizona, but the grasshoppers look like this. They're huge, massive things. And I hit a swarm of grasshoppers doing about 90, and one of them hit me in the throat, and it hit me so hard that it knocked my throttle hand off of the throttle and laid me back on the seat. And while I was laying back, I got the speed wobbles. It was scary as fuck.
All right, so I went and grabbed some more New Hampshire water.
Oh,
What's the proof on that?
Oh yeah, that's definitely New Hampshire water.
yeah,
Some PBR.
Texas best.
I just sober up a little bit. I grabbed a PBR.
I love PBR, man.
It's a good standby.
Because I mean, I've already had. Okay, so I finished the. What was this? The pineapple coconut. That
You
was
gotta
actually
stop drinking that weird shit, man. Your butthole's gonna slam shut.
that was really good.
But
And then
you need some fiber in your life.
and then the cinnamon toast crunch.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You go fuck it. That's just liquid diabetes.
This I already have diabetes, so I'm good.
Oh dang!
No,
This
no,
guy, he
no,
gets-
you're not.
No EpiPen, messing with
EpiPen.
diabetes.
So like this. I'm so glad this is done. Like I'll never buy this again. It was so
You know
gross.
that if you buy something and you don't like it,
You don't have to.
to drink it. Right?
You don't have to
Right.
drink it.
I'll down it.
I will tell you though, I do have about 7 bottles of alcohol in my house that I bought that I am not gonna pour out, but I'm fucking not drinking them.
No,
I
they're
keep
for
that
when
here.
people come over.
But when
Yeah.
guests come over, I'm like, oh yeah, man, get that
Yeah.
shit.
You
Uh-huh.
can measure how much you like them by which bottle you give them.
Oh yeah. Oh, you see,
I-
that's actually.
Like, you know,
I was the asshole that would go to a party and bring a 30 rack of natural light. So I paid $8 for a 30 rack. I drink everyone else's beer. I'd be like, I brought beer. I'm gonna drink that.
you're that guy.
I'm that
no, I
You're the guy
party,
that I used to kick the shit out of.
when I go to a party, I bring what I want to drink.
Yeah.
But my buddy would make me a Grateful Dead. That's like my all-time favorite drink is a Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead.
It's everything. It's gin, rum.
So it's like a Long Island.
It sounds like the reason he has diabetes.
That could be.
Wilford
still-
family disease.
But still, I was telling History Road before this went live. Or were we live? I said I don't know if my doctor was right or not about my diabetes because he got fired, and he told me I don't need to check my blood sugar. I don't need to do anything.
Maybe that's why he got fired.
Maybe you
Bro.
should check it.
Was he a
Maybe
C
you
average doctor?
Maybe you should I don't know, go out of network. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think the $50 would be worth it.
He did have me turn my head and cough about 4 or 5 extra times.
Oh, bro, I'm so excited.
Did he check your MC?
I have my follow-up appointment on the 8th, and I get my fucking prostate checked. Woo! Let's go.
Did he buy you dinner first?
As long as it's a 2-knuckler.
As
Hey, you
long
gotta
as
kiss,
Dude,
you gotta kiss
this
me on the
woman
neck
has
if you
got
want to do that.
serious
You gotta
man
pet the
hands.
beard, right? Touch the beard.
Serious man hands. Her hands look like she started popping her knuckles when she was 4.
She's gonna grip it really well.
That's one of those things like you're just sitting there going, "Are you there yet?" And she goes, "Oh, you'll know." And you feel that other just bloop go in.
as long as you don't feel something and still see 2 hands.
Got a hand on both shoulders.
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that mid drink?
Also, you said that as
Flashbacks.
You have experience. Yeah.
Someone's having flashbacks. No
As long
means
as
that
no.
mid-drink
No
for me
means no.
with a mouth
As long as you
fucking
don't get what
whiskey.
happened to me.
Shit. What the hell was I gonna look at? There's something I was gonna bring up.
Hopefully
I'm not
not
even
prostate
telling.
exam.
Did you video your own prostate exam?
I should. Doc-
Should not.
Some things are not YouTube.
Just gonna hit the go. I'm gonna test Twitch TOS. I'm gonna hit the go live button and just set the phone in the corner and see what happens.
See, you say you should, but I'm gonna go ahead and say you shouldn't.
I mean, it's a 3-strike rule, right? I mean, I get one freebie at least, right?
Might as
I
well
don't
go.
know.
You
Like a
know,
little
basically, you swing for the
24-hour
fence
ban.
for the first one.
I've only gotten one ban, and that was for
Really?
24 hours. Yeah.
What did you
You see,
do?
I never got banned because I never upload.
I played Gears of War, and the music from the Gears of War menu is banned.
What?
Yep,
I
and
thought
I
it was
got
when you were advertising those amateur prostate exams.
it's,
DMCA music.
it was a copyrighted song.
DMCA.
Literally the menu music to Gears of War is copyrighted music. I got a 24-hour ban.
So hold on. I want to make sure I understand you correctly. You have a YMCA strike because of the menu music for Gears of War?
Yep.
How recent was that?
2 or 3 months ago.
Okay, so how did that happen? How did you get notified? Did they send you an email? Did you just
Email. I got an email sent to my Gmail account. It's like you got a 24-hour ban. But I was like, oh, okay, my internet's down anyway, so I don't really care.
Well, that just blows me away, man. Because I'm not trying to fucking press my luck any farther, but my attorney told me that it's a 3-strike rule, and I'm gonna keep playing what I want to play until I get that first strike. Then I'll
See-
worry about it.
See,
But
that's
I
the thing.
played copyrighted music the entire 6 hours.
That's what got me. I fought it too. I do not accept this. Like, I don't accept that I get this strike because of an in-game sound.
Well, Yeah, that's understandable, but some of the games
And
now
it's a game that
actually have
it's
a
a game
streamer
that
mode.
they allow you to play though. It's in their menu.
Yeah, it literally said Gears of War 5 menu theme or whatever the song title was that they have for it. I'm like, that's copyright? How is that copyrighted? It's in the actual game.
You got the same length of a ban as Doc did for filming people in the bathroom.
Hey,
Can't do
that's
the
guys,
crime if you can't do the time.
that's more enjoyable though.
sorry to
how-
interrupt, but I'm gonna go. It was nice talking to you all. Nice meeting you all. Have a good night.
It was good to meet you,
Dude,
man.
man.
dude, History Road, thank you for being here. I'm gonna
Take me
share.
home.
I'm gonna share his link to anyone in the side chat that hasn't followed him yet. Let me grab it. Copy. All right. So in the side chat here, this is the History Road. This is his YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. He drives an absolutely gorgeous motorcycle, and maybe I'm biased because it's the same exact one I have. Couple of years older.
Did you get a new fairing?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
What were those pictures in the Discord?
Oh, that was Alan. Alan got a new fairing. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, History Road. He is a history teacher. He does do moto vlogs where he's talking about history of different landmarks and stuff like that. Very good guy. I'm really happy that he came by and hung out with us tonight. So if you guys
Seems like a
do
cool
get a
dude.
chance, hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And he's at 66 subscribers right now. If we can get him to 100.
Dude, I
That's
hit 5 yesterday. Woo!
You have 5?
Yeah.
I was number
But you know,
3.
here's the thing. Like, I've had a YouTube channel for apparently I've had it for like 2 years now, and it's only had one video on it for 2 years. And I'm pretty sure that Corrupt made that video for me. So,
Dude, it would have been awesome if I could have gotten him on here tonight.
I would have loved that. I love that dude, man.
I think he is absolutely gaming it up right now. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, he's been out of town in West Virginia for work for a week, man. He's fucking been sending me. I don't know if you've seen any of his work, but he's an amazing photographer, and he's been sending me photos that he's taken all over whatever little shithole town it is that he's in. He's just a really great dude and a great photographer. I can't wait for him to start streaming. I'm trying to peer pressure him so hard to get started.
Does he have an Instagram where he shares these photos? Do you know?
Yeah, he has Instagram.
Okay, I'll have to hit him up and make sure. Let's see, Corrupt. Is Corrupt on Xbox right now? Let's see. Can Man is in Minecraft realm right now, so he's messing things up.
Getting lost.
Getting lost. Dude, I saw that at 4 a.m. on Discord of help, I'm lost in the nether, help me.
I need a rescue mission.
I need rescue. I'm like, oh no. But at the same time, I was not getting back online at 4 a.m. Rambo just changed his Xbox name.
Again?
Yeah, now it's God X Rambo.
I've been seeing him playing games with that God clan. I don't know who those guys are. Apparently, he's part of a team now.
I'm good with never being a part of a team on gaming. I'm happy playing with anyone I want to and not being told when I should play and have to play. And then nothing against people that are in teams, but that's just not for me.
Whatever floats your goat.
Miles Walk is on Among Us, but no
I've
Corrupt.
just seen that shit go way too wrong.
Yeah.
That whole team thing, man. I've seen it.
You're frozen there.
Yeah.
He'll reconnect. StreamYard will do that sometimes when you're doing it for mobile. So it'll take a second to reconnect. It might drop him out of the party, but then it'll add him back. But that is funny. I don't know if Taz is still here, but Taz did say, fish fucking water, right?
Oh Jesus.
There we go. OG's back.
So when he said fish fucking water, it reminded me of a joke that I heard the other day. It's not real friendly, so I'm gonna ask your permission before I say it. It's not racial or anything like that. It's just fucking dirty.
Go ahead.
All right. So did you guys know that pigeons die after they have sex? The one I fucked did.
I knew that was coming.
See, and I told a joke earlier tonight on the stream, and I don't know if anyone's ever said this joke before, but I feel like I came up with it. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But I was sitting there on in my chair a few nights ago with my wife, just watching TV, and I went, "Oh my god, I just came up with a joke in my head." And she goes, "Is it a dad joke?" I went, "Yeah, it could be considered a dad joke." And she goes, "Okay, what is it?" I said, "What life-saving technique do they teach pirates?" She
CPR.
goes, CPR. And she goes, "I fucking hate you."
You didn't invent that.
I figured I didn't. But at
I
the same
appreciate
time,
the fact that you thought you did. That's cute.
Damn.
I was happy. I was happy, and it made my wife miserable, so it was a good time.
Oh goddamn!
No, it made my wife just go, "I'm married to a man child." So,
No, I'm sure that fucking wall behind you had nothing to do with that.
dude, you know how difficult she's holding back from not making that TikTok of how do you know your man won't cheat on you without telling me your man won't cheat on you? She wants to just walk in the room while I'm streaming and be like,
Ta-da!
ta-da. Because I have more nerdy shit right here next to me that you can't see on camera. I mean,
fucking move the camera.
And
bitch.
actually, RevNerd made me this.
A little baby Yoda. All right.
A 3D printing. 3D
resin.
printed.
Yeah, a friend of ours I got a friend in Leander that's just a suburb of Austin that does 3D printing. And right when The Mandalorian came out, like third episode, I hit him up and he was like, "Dude, I already know, man. I have it. It's
I'm sending it to you.
It'll be there in a week."
Grom will love this one.
Oh man!
But is he doing FDM or he's using resin?
Both. Just depends on what size he's doing.
Exactly, and detail.
He does everything, dude. Man, I mean, he's doing like full size. I don't know if you guys have ever played Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Okay, that fucking big key sword thing. He did a fucking life size. He 3D printed a life size one of those.
The thing I did was I 3D printed a Halo helmet, a full head Halo helmet. I just haven't finished it.
See, here's what I want. He's in the process of trying to sweet talk me into buying a 3D printer.
Yeah.
The one he's talking about is probably going to cost me about $500 to $600.
So a Prisa i3.
Yes.
I have a batarang.
Now here's the thing. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that one's nice.
That's fucking dope.
Dude, I use it to scratch my back.
I can take that 3D printer and I can print a Stormtrooper helmet.
Yes.
And then I can do a relief mold of it. And I can start mass producing molds of Stormtrooper helmets, and I can custom paint them and put my flair on them and sell them. I can, for all of my new fans, all of my new followers from the Hunter Call of the Wild, I can 3D print African kudu skulls and custom paint them. Just the possibilities are endless, man.
And doing the molds with them, certain plastics work better with them. Or you can even, if you get into like metal casting, they have certain plastics that react better with it. It's definitely really especially for you, you're an artist, so you'll be able to get like crazy amount of things to do with it.
Yeah, man, it's already got my head fucked up. I can't stop thinking about it all the time.
And once you start doing that, you're gonna start doing your own designs. then the game starts playing good.
Well, see, and that's what my boy TB in Austin does, man. He's like he's like an originator of scenario paintball from way back in the day.
Oh,
And so he's like the godfather of fucking paintball. And he's like 3D. He's designing and building the models and then printing his own custom hoppers and shit
Yeah.
for his guns. Like what?
dude, honestly, the type of plastics that you could get, you could do anything you want.
Yeah.
I've 3D printed random shit that people are like, what the fuck?
I want to 3D print custom sex toys.
They, dude, it's
Doesn't
weird, but
matter.
people do it, and then they just negative mold it because you
But
can do nylons and stuff.
when I got that package from you with your stickers and whatnot, as soon as I saw that little baby Yoda, the Grogu, I'm like, dude, I'm like
Yeah,
that.
on the
mean-
resin printer, the details are really well.
The details are amazing because on a lot of 3D printed, you see the lines.
Yeah, that's FDM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, I mean,
That's pretty much just UV light. That plastic cures by UV light.
what do you have at the bottom? What you seek is seeking you. You had that engraved in the bottom.
Oh, that's on the print too.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you seek.
And I just
Yeah.
put like a felt bottom on it, so that way when you
Yeah.
drag it across your desk, you don't scrape it up.
Yeah, but that is just
I usually have like 3 of them above my desk because whenever someone comes into my office, they're like, "Oh shit, baby Yoda!" I go take one.
I have to tell you, Rev Nerd, it's really this entire time that we've been talking tonight, it's really mind fucking me really bad because you sound like my very best friend from Dallas. He was my best man and Boba Fett at my wedding. I can't take it anymore. Like, you sound like his fucking doppelganger. It is fucking with me so bad.
Dude, I have that voice. Some people are
Was
like,
it-
"Do I fucking know you?"
was his name Juan as well?
No, his name is Tony. We call him Tony Sack of Donuts.
Tony stuck with donuts. What nationality was he?
Italian.
See, I could be Italian.
Dude, I had someone point out to me on my stream today because they told me a stretch, so I'm just like, oh, and they're like, what was that on your arm? I'm like, oh, I was like, kind
Yo,
of
Richard,
that.
You know, I
Like,
haven't
that's
even
my-
played
I
the.
got to commemorate the time I got banned from Twitch.
Have you played the 5th one? I haven't played the 5th one.
Dude, Holler and I are like halfway through, and
You guys should have told me. I have Xbox. I have Xbox Pass now, so I can play
So
with
do
you
I.
guys.
I can I
Game Pass
can
PC.
I cannot get Holler to finish it.
Told you. You can start a
But-
new game. You can just
but
drag us all the way.
Holler is unfortunately on a 30-day Facebook ban right now.
What happened?
He posted a meme that got flagged,
Ah,
and I got hit.
He posted a meme that got flagged, and the meme was posted, what, 3 years
24
ago?
2014.
Wow.
see that.
And I got hit for a 2015 meme.
You see, Granite, you talk to me about not posting. That's because I don't want to get banned.
Do you know how many more things I saw get removed just today?
I'm talking about moto vlogs, Rev Nerd. Moto vlogs.
I Captain Granite knows, and I mean, if I divulge too much, please tell me to shut up, Cap. But like, I spent a little over 10 years of my life managing swinger clubs, and so the shit that I have posted and seen posted on Facebook and Facebook private groups, it tells me there's absolutely no reason for any fucking meme unless it's something atrocious. There's no reason for any of that shit to be banned, man. People are just too soft these days.
Oh no,
Right.
that's definitely going that way. That's 100% going that way.
You know, at this point, I tell my wife all the time, I was like, that guy right there, that guy has gotten too comfortable with not getting punched in the fucking mouth.
Yes. That's the problem. People are not scared anymore.
It's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
I like it.
I like that one.
That's funny, man. That's funny. It's facts, though, man. I mean, with the exception of obvious, there are obvious
There's always
lines
lines.
that you
There's
shouldn't
lines.
fucking cross.
Yeah.
As just as a good, I try to be a good person, but being a good person doesn't mean that I have to remove my sense of humor. It doesn't mean that I have to uh,
Filter
wipe
yourself.
down. I don't have to wipe down my entire life with the cloth of political correctness. Because here's the thing: I'm almost 50. I don't give a fuck if you like it. I could care less if you like it. If you like me, that's awesome.
See, you ever seen
'Cause
South
I'm
Park?
fucking awesome. Yes, of course I have.
PC. PC principle. You seen the last episode with Macho Man? The one with Macho Man? That was funny.
But I mean, and I will say that at a little bit hypocritical, I guess. But like in my stream, when I live stream, I try to make sure that people don't. I, I'm fine if you talk about religion. I'm fine if you talk about politics, but I have to monitor that stuff really, really closely because the second that it starts dipping in the wrong direction, I have to start dropping hammers. Because thanks to
You have to
COVID,
nip it in the
my
butt like
my
that.
stream and my artwork are my livelihood.
Oh, wow.
COVID was a blessing and a curse for me. I worked my whole life to finally make it to my dream job, and then 90 days later, COVID yanked it out from underneath me. But it also gave me the ability to be home with my dogs and with my wife, and to create artwork and to create content and to entertain other people and to do good for other people all day. That's what I get to do, and I'm thankful for that. It took me a long time to get to that mindset. I was pretty fucking sad and pretty hurt for a long time, but
Life.
it's
That's
good.
life. Closes one door,
It
opens
is.
another door.
Well, the
I
reality is, and I've been saying this my whole life, and I need to start listening to some of the shit that flies out of my mouth and putting it to practice. But the reality is that 10% of our life is what happens to us, and the other 90% is how we respond.
True that.
Yep.
And I responded really poorly for 9 months, but I'm over it.
I honestly don't know what I would do without your streams in the morning. I really don't. I'm sitting here working, answering emails, and I have your voice in the background all the time. I honestly don't know what I'd do without it. It literally gets me through my day.
Well, I can tell you without fear of contradiction that I love and respect you, and for you to say that to me means the world to me, man. I mean, it just does. Like I said, I was 47 when I started streaming, and and I had some real serious doubts about whether I was going to do it or not, because I didn't think that um, just like just like your friend said about you earlier, you don't give yourself enough credit. We're all our own worst critics, and I'm pretty hard on myself. And I didn't think there was any way that I could be successful at this. I didn't think that there was any way that people were going to want to hang out and watch an old man play video games and talk about dumb shit, much less pay a monthly fee to do that. It's fucking mind numbing to me that we were just talking about this earlier today with a friend of mine. It's mind numbing to me that, so many years ago, I'm sitting on my couch and I'm playing Atari 2600 and I'm playing Pitfall, and I'm trying to imagine the future, and this is not what I expected. This isn't what I expected at all, man. I didn't think that there would ever be a time in my life where, one, I could walk into a store and buy marijuana legally. There was a pot store. Shut your fucking face. Really? Let's go. But secondly, that I could sit at my desk with 5 monitors and in the most technologically advanced loft on my block for sure, and put out what is in for all accounts, a television show that lasts 6 fucking hours, man.
5 days a week.
And I can paint, and I can do live painting streams, and I can hold charity events, and I can help families in need, and I can, I've done, not I keep saying I a lot, and it's not I, it's we, this community that you and I are a part of, that we continue to foster and try to help grow. We've done some amazing shit in one of the worst years in modern history.
Yep.
We've accomplished some amazing things and done some real good for a lot of people, and I'm fucking proud of that, and I tip my hat to you and to everybody else in our community, man, for just fucking being good people, man. I say it every day. In a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind.
Always.
Sorry, I didn't mean to monologue on your show, bro.
You're good, dude.
You touch me in ways you would never know.
and getting to
you haven't even seen my left thumb yet. It's fucking gargantuan.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
but getting to what you said, it blows my mind every time someone hits that subscribe button for me. And I had the stream manager up actually today I had it up, and it said 50 people subscribe to my channel.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And I'm hit with that feeling of, what can I do to say thank you?
You're already doing it. You're already doing it.
And
you don't have to say thank you. That's the thing, man. You're already doing it. We appreciate it. That's why we subscribe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing. We subscribe. And it just blows my mind, because when I started streaming, and I was playing with Grom here on Destiny 2, and he can attest that my internet was garbage.
Hot trash.
And it was to the point where they're making memes of, like, when Captain Granite comes to play Destiny 2, you're gonna have a bad time. Just
on the Metro Crash.
And I just started streaming. I started to do it, and then I had to put everything in a storage unit for 2 years. I had to move. I had to pick up my entire life in a matter of a week and put it away. I had just bought the Elgato. I had just bought the mic, a bunch of other just little things that you need to even just get going streaming. And the fact that I could come back, and I had just hit affiliate the day I had to move. And I felt like, here I am, I just made affiliate. I had people starting to watch me, and I'm like at the point of, I'm going to let them down.
Right.
And that lasted 2 years.
Oh, he dropped off.
He dropped off. He hit the wrong button, I think. But yeah, I it was just so shitty those 2 years that I'm sitting here thinking, all my shit's in a storage unit collecting dust. But at the time, I'm still able to contribute. Let's get him back in here. He's in there we go. But at the same time, I'm still contributing videos on YouTube, so I'm still doing that. But I'm still sitting here going, my Twitch is dead. Just as my Twitch was starting to take off, dead.
Right.
But now, I've only been streaming since July. I mean, we moved everything into the house. I brought everything up into this room. And I'm like, and that's the first thing I did. I set up these plastic, flimsy picnic tables that I'm using as a desk. And I hit go live. I said, fuck it. I was like, I'm going to see what happens. I had 10 people show up.
That's awesome.
And I'm sitting here going, I cannot believe, and I think I had like 3 people subscribe that stream, and I went, I was like, guys, I cannot promise you that this is gonna happen. And then literally just sitting here and I can see 50 is just, it blows me away. Absolutely blows me away.
And just wait, man. You keep putting in the time. You keep putting in the work. You're doing all the right stuff, man. You're gonna do nothing but continue to grow. And wait till you hit 100.
Yeah.
You think 50 is blowing your dress up right now? I want to preface this statement by saying this is not a flex at all. This is just me telling you how amazing our community is, all of you. When I did that Ronnie Ball game charity, that 6-day charity drive last year, in the last hour of that drive,
Powerful.
it was insane, bro.
I was I was actually crying. Like
it almost brings me to tears every time I talk about it. I had right at 100 subs at the beginning of that stream.
Yep.
And at the end of that stream, I had 502 subscriptions, dude.
Absolutely.
And over $1,000 in fucking donuts. That's fucking insane, bro. That's insane. Who does that?
I'm happy that I was part of that, making that contribution to you, because it is well deserved.
I am too, man. I am too. And I'm so glad that Ronnie's family is still part of the royal family, man. I'm so glad that they still stop by and come see us.
Nice.
Because I know now that I know them, I know how important that 6 days was for them. And
just to hear his voice again in that video that was made.
His mom told me that the day that they laid him to rest, that she couldn't wait. She was speeding on her way home from the funeral so that she could get home and turn on the stream and see her son.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
That's just, it's powerful.
And it was accidentally awesome, dude, and I'm just thrilled. And I'll remember that with fond, amazing, profound love until I draw my last breath, man.
Yeah. And just so you guys see that message on here, Earl's Cabin saying, "Great job, Kevin." That's my dad.
What's up, Granite Dad? Daddy Granite?
Daddy Granite. But guys, give me a second. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. It's still live and all that. This beer just hit my bladder with the speed of a freaking freight train.
Before you go, I'm at 10%, man. I gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I got work in the morning.
Okay, well
Thank
then
you so much for including
maybe
me,
I'll close this out then.
Yeah.
All right, let me close this out. Then guys, thank you everyone that showed up tonight, hanging out with us in the side chat. Our panel tonight: OG Stowflake, 208 Grom, Rev Nerd, History Road. Thank you guys for all being here. Everyone in the side chat, thank you for all your support, hanging out, hitting that thumbs up button. Just, it means a lot to me. And not loading for whatever reason. We have, 12 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down. Love it. Thank you guys.
Well, I'm gonna fucking thumbs down this shit right now. Fuck
thumbs
that.
down. Salty Sprinkles, 9 Mills on 2, Taz, my dad. Anonymous was in here, ACW, Britty, Jimmy C, Mo Mortician. Anyone that I missed, thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. I'm probably going to come back with this in 2 weeks. I'll do another Saturday stream in 2 weeks. Do every other week, something like that. But thank you guys, and I'm going to end the live right now. So thank you.
All right, Rev Grom, take care. Cap.